You're muted, Rod.
You're muted.
I know. I know. I had to. You always mute during the videos.
Like, I know it looked like he was trying to figure out if it finished or not.
Yeah.
No, I was doing something there. So. Gotta relax.
Stay
Gotta
back.
relax.
Stay backstage.
Gotta relax.
Yeah.
You just see Edmund Man coming out on Johnny, did you?
You know what? If there was beer involved, he probably would have.
Yeah. What is going on? What is going on, everybody? It's Happy Thursday. So another Toss One Back Thursday. We got Shannon in the house with us tonight as well. So you guys know what that means. I don't know what's going to happen tonight. So get your seats early. How crazy is the end of the year? It's June 30th.
I know.
Not the end of the year, end of the first half year. I don't know why I said end of the year.
I know what you meant.
I feel like the year's been long already, I guess.
It feels like the end of the year. It feels like the end of the world.
There's just a little bit of things happening, kind of stretching things out there. So definitely does feel like it's something for sure.
6 months.
But welcome back, and 3-day weekend upcoming for a lot of people. I mean,
Yeah. I got to work this weekend, but I'm off Monday.
Independence Day weekend. I got to adjust my camera.
3-day weekend.
TV's not on. Got them all thrown off tonight. I feel like it's been a while. What the hell?
All women are supposed to wear black on 4th of July.
No, how did be all wear black though?
Yeah, well, everybody should. Yeah.
I understand it, and
Yeah.
down with it and back it. I'm just saying it's fucking gonna be hot if you wear all black.
Yeah, right.
Do you have to go outside, or can you stay in the house and just wear all black? Because you're gonna wear all black on July 4th. You might want to be with air conditioning.
I'll suffer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hang on the 4th anyway, but
No.
Are you guys doing fireworks this weekend?
Sunday.
Yeah.
Over the moms.
Yeah, and then just relax on Monday.
Yeah. I'm off Monday and she's off Monday, so she's got to work Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, I'm working over too. Fuck, she asked me to work over.
Both days.
Yeah. I could probably still be there by like 8:30 though.
Probably be dodging in rain, maybe it sounds like.
Cheers to CB in the house. What is going on, my friend?
What's up, CB?
Hopefully you're staying cool there as well. I got the air on, but I feel like it's hotter lately. I don't know.
Well, you're up high, aren't you?
Yeah, but I mean the air's blowing cold air, but it's just I don't know. I just feel like it's warmer than usual.
It's freaking humid as hell today. I knew I should have cut the backyard last night.
Well, it was all wet.
I was still to cut it anyway. Just because it was halfway decent last night.
Well, when I went out earlier to Ulta, it must have just got really hot. Because I didn't feel that. I mean, it felt a little bad, but I was only out just walking to the car and back.
Yeah.
But I wait till like now to do it.
The Ocean City was like 88 degrees on that, but had like 98% humidity or something. I was like, that had to be miserable.
Yeah. Bad here. I don't know. It might have been 98% or whatever. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. Although we're going
like 94 today or something like that. I know that.
We're going to Ocean City in a few weeks. So that'll be hopefully a nice little thing. But we'll see what happens. If it's too hot, I'm not going out. I'm just saying.
What's in Ocean City? Is that gambling?
Do what?
Is that gambling in Ocean City?
No, it's just a beach.
Oh.
Yeah, just the beach and seafood and saltwater taffy and Maryland.
Oh, it is in Maryland.
Yeah, it's like crab season now though, but the crab prices are up because of whatever else. No, there's like actually like there's something too with how much they can crab or something now as well. So it's like I don't know if it's a crab shortage or what it may be, but they said that's also affecting prices. And
gotta get some Maryland crab.
Do you get good crab here? I'll tell you that. They got this crab like gumbo type soup that is really good. Seafood restaurants, and they got like a cream of crab with like tomato and stuff too. I haven't had that one, but people like that as well. So You come here and be a little crabby.
Dad joke.
Bad. Yeah, that was
Dad.
So what do you? Oh, dad. I thought it was just bad. Well, most dad jokes are bad jokes too. So yeah, just the D or the B.
Gotta go hand in hand.
Yeah. Well, as I put on the black socks and the sandals and go to the beach, telling jokes like that. What did you just pour there, Todd?
This is the Sierra Nevada Atomic Torpedo.
Huh. I don't think I actually reviewed that one yet.
8.2 is that what it says? 8.2% ABV.
I've had a lot of
Actually, it was a mix pack, 12 pack. I picked it up as this one. I'm gonna drink another one after this, and had the regular torpedo, and I forgot what the other one was now.
Yeah.
I was looking at saw him. I was like, yeah, I get him. I hadn't really had Sierra Nevada for a while, so I was stopping to get her some seltzers.
You drink a seltzer? What are you drinking?
Yeah. Well, where was it we went and had? Where did we have that first? Oh,
We went swimming.
No, it was
over at
when I had one when we went down to the river.
Oh.
And I was like, these aren't so bad. So then I was like, then we were gonna go swimming, and then we saw that packet down at Family Dollar, Dollar General or whatever. So I was like, I never realized how many calories were in beer. So I was like, there's only 100 calories in this. So
What seltzer is it?
it's Bud Light. I had a couple different ones. What were the ones I had yesterday?
I forget what the name. I forgot.
I think I had some Truly.
Truly was
One of them was
yeah.
Truly. The other one might have been Bud Light. I don't know.
No, the other one was. Gosh, what was that other one? It was a lemonade one.
Oh
Not
yeah,
Pleasant Bites,
it was a vodka. It was a vodka brand, Smirnoff.
Oh yeah.
Smirnoff.
Yep.
They still do Smirnoff Ice. I don't know if that's still out there or not.
I'm not really sure. It's a good question.
I don't know if it went the way of Zima or if it's still available.
Zima?
Yeah, well, Zima's not right now, thank goodness.
I was gonna say, yeah, I haven't seen that.
Only person that wants that shit back is Erie, so.
Yeah. With Jolly Ranchers.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It so damn long for the Jolly Ranchers to melt. It's like you needed to like put them in overnight.
Yeah.
If you gotta add candy to your drink, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, right.
See, said it was nice earlier. Humid now at 85. And Gilbert's in the house. Cheers, fools. Cheers, Gilbert. Happy Thursday to you, my friend.
What's up, Gilbert?
Yeah, she had me get her some seltzers last week. Got like freaking White Claw or whatever. And then she's like, did I like these? Like
I know
you want them, but she's like, I don't feel anything. I'm like, it's more than your light beer you would have. She's like, really? I'm like, they're like 5% or whatever.
Yeah,
But she's like, they are light. Like, yeah.
Don't feel like you like them? Or?
I mean, I do, but I think they are better for like outside by the pool or something.
Yeah, that's the reason why we got them initially was because we went swimming last weekend over at a friend of ours, and I was like, oh, that sounds pretty good. Being out hot, it's something mild and easy to drink, So we bought two 12-pack, a case of them, 2 12-packs of those.
How many of them did you drink? Did you drink very many of them?
I brought none of them home. That's what you had yesterday before I got home.
Quit telling everybody I'm drunk.
Donner, cheers. Happy Thursday, my Friday. Yes, indeed. Happy Thursday, Friday as well for you, my friend. Hopefully you're having a good day. Craig in the house. Cheers. Well, shit.
Craig.
It's been a minute. What is going on, Craig? And tonight, I'm thinking of starting a new thing for the last Thursday of the month. So for anybody that wants to join and come on, maybe talk about their beer chat or whatever, come on up. So Craig, if you want to come up, let me know and I'll send you an invite.
I would love to listen to Craig talk.
I'll set. Here's the link in it.
JT's in the house. Says, hi, friends. Is it just me or dressed as women? Or does this week's, it seems like a crazy week, depending on what you're looking at.
It's all
Not
crazy.
gonna-
not going to get all heavy into it, but yeah, it's
This week especially has been kind of crazy for sure.
interminable is a good term. It's yeah. I mean, what am I going to say? And then today is today as a sign off. It's like F the climate too, and
we
out.
are just so fucked. We are so fucked.
I figured that by the time I die, it'll be before shit hits the fan still, hopefully. So
maybe
not.
Thing,
maybe
but...
if not, I'll throw my Big Mac against the wall and see if it sticks. So but I'm going to crack open my drink. So I'm actually going to try this one now because I've not had these. And Todd, you may have had these, or I don't know if you had this flavor, but I am going to crack open Southern Tier Nitro Hot Cocoa. So this one actually comes in, I'll say 10% ABV Imperial Milk Stouts. And it says black, creamy, heavy, low to moderate. And it's a 9.6 ounce can. So they put these in smaller cans. Low to moderate bitterness, ale with cocoa powder and natural chocolate and marshmallow flavors added. I always find it funny, and I mentioned this on the other video the other day, when they always say like natural flavors. Like, what the hell is natural flavors? You know, it's like that red dye number 31 or whatever.
Right.
So,
yeah. Is it natural or is it a flavor?
The first thing that tells you it's not real is that it says natural flavoring.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because it should be natural ingredients, not natural flavor.
Right.
It's like it goes back to the Ricky Bobby. With all due respect, when you know you're about to be disrespected, you're going to say with all. Just because you say with all due respect doesn't mean.
That's a fact. Yeah.
I disagree.
I don't mean any disrespect.
You know, the all right, excellent.
Sorry, Todd.
No,
I'll drop it to you on Facebook, Craig. Maybe we'll get Mal and them to join too if she's around tonight. I know you love having Mal on the show.
Of course, I love having Mal.
I love having Mal in there too. Her and Chew in the background. Chew just adds the comments.
I haven't seen her around in a while on here.
Yeah, she posted some stuff over on her channel and I think on Instagram as well. So.
Well, no, I meant more over on Thursday nights.
Well, she was only on like the last.
Oh, Jenny, you stink.
Uh-oh.
You froze.
Oh, there he is.
You
froze on our end.
That is weird. I went to type the thing to Craig and I guess I don't know. My computer should be fine.
Go lay down. Oh, I need to go get him some food.
She didn't want you to type anything to anybody.
Yeah.
Go figure. I'll talk it up to the week. So.
You're right. Just it's fitting.
Let's go ahead and pour this. This is a part of the Blackwater series. So.
I've liked a lot of those beers. I haven't had that one yet. But
I always wanted to say you got to pour hard with nitro. I'm always feeling like, what if it's more than the glass? Well, this one I don't feel as bad because it's only a 9.6 ounce can, so it is a smaller can. But sometimes I'm like, well, go too far. It'll go too far.
I guess I do that because of the nitro, I assume.
Yeah. All right. And I'll have a review coming up on the channel, but there it is right there.
Was that your $6 4-pack beer?
Yeah. So it was a 4-pack for, what did I say, $6.99 or something? And I think usually these are like 12 or 13 or something.
Yeah.
14. So I got 2 of each. So this one and the next one I'll have here in a second. Because, you know, who doesn't like to get a second bargain if they get a bargain?
Right.
I could have wiped them all out. They actually had 2 other flavors I didn't get just because their dates were questionable. These ones were fine.
That might have been the one I saw yesterday when I picked these up. It might have been that one.
The hot cocoa?
I saw one, but I should have got it, I guess.
Haven't we had that one before, that hot cocoa, nitro hot cocoa?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think it was in hot cocoa.
I just like nitro beer.
I did pick up a single of DuClaw, the cherries.
JV in the house. Cheers, JV.
Oh, JV?
Yeah. Oh, it smells like freaking hot chocolate. Oh, the foaminess on it. The foaminess reminds me of like a Bailey's Irish cream. But that's good. That'll get you where you want to go. 10% ABV.
I feel like we've had some kind of nitro hot chocolate before. It might have been one of the like Kegs beer tasting things.
They had these at Beer Fest before, so maybe you guys had them when we were at Beer Fest. Because that's when they first started doing them at one of the Beer Fests there. And then we got JT says, cheers to JV. Got JT and JV. Big Daddy's and out. Cheers, sipping juice for Southern Tier Dessert Stouts Rule. Yeah, this is a nice one. And JT, I've got a tooth
hot cocoa
and a Pabst Blue Ribbon beer. Yeah, Pabst came out with a crazy thing we'll talk about here in a second.
I saw that.
Yeah, but we do have our correspondent from across the seas. We have Mr. Craig. You know him as Camp Beer Reviews. What is happening, my brother? What is going on over there?
All good. How we doing? You're right.
Good. How you doing?
Sorry,
It's been a while.
Comfortable.
It's been a while. It's been ages.
It has. And y'all don't know Craig, make sure you check out Craig. Kent Beer Reviews, great stuff, fantastic from across the Atlantic. And some point I want to get over there. So
Yeah,
my wife already knows if I get over, she's like, I'll see you later. I guess you're going to go meet all the beer guys. So she's already prepared for it.
Right, see you later, love. Yep, bye.
When do we go back? Yeah. How you been doing? What's been going on? What's new? What is new in the beer scene over there?
Not a great. I haven't been doing so much in recent weeks, but I recorded a few reviews earlier today, so there's a bit of content coming up. I've been doing more of the live stuff than anything else.
Yeah.
I went to a beer festival last weekend. That was really good. That bits and bats, just here and there doing stuff. But been watching a lot of live streams and stuff like that, beer related stuff. So that's been pretty cool.
Has it been pretty hot over there too, weather wise and everything, like over here? Or is it...
Yeah, we had a spell a few weeks ago. It got pretty warm for a few days, like that we do now and again, and then it goes back down to normal. And
yeah, we're hitting all the massive humidity today. For
I wonder
sure.
if they're hot. Is your hot like our hot though? Like I don't feel like I feel like over there it stays cooler a lot more than it does over here.
We're an island, of course. We're not a big land mass, so we don't get that dome effect thing that you get. But we can get we what they call a Spanish plume that comes up from Spain. So happens now and again. So they reckon that might happen next week. For a few days, and then it just breaks down, massive thunderstorm, and it calms it down again. That's the way it goes while summer's a bit like that. So, but yeah,
it's been heating up like crazy here. So
right, yeah.
I'm happy when I get some spells that come in, but like this last week, it was. Well, we're of course Fahrenheit. Everybody else in the world is fucking Celsius, but we stay Fahrenheit over here. So
we do everything on our own.
Yeah.
Well, we got to the low 90s about 2 weeks ago. So for about 2 or 3 days, and then
we've had some of our states in triple digits, hundreds.
Well, yeah, well, that
where Joe D is. Joe D's always like 110 out.
Yeah, well, just move.
Yeah.
No kidding. It's like 92 or 3 here today. So
what was it yesterday? Was it very hot
yesterday? It was in the high 80s probably yesterday, but we didn't have the humidity yesterday like we had.
No. We get humidity. It's like it's not like burning hot. It's that kind of sort of moisture heat. It's like you're just sweating, and it's like.
Yeah.
But over here we don't have ACs like you do over there.
Oh my God, I would die. I'd be.
But we don't get the temperatures as regular as you do over there.
So,
that's
true, yeah.
So there's no kind of need. We've got we don't have stone floors in the houses, or we have carpets.
Yeah.
So I mean, like in the winter, you know that double glazing and shit, but no AC. So it's like we have 90 degrees over here.
It's hot.
It's like 120 in California. It's, you know, stuff that.
Yeah. But we have dry heat, so
dry
yeah,
heat.
Well. There you
People
go.
out west will say, "What's the dry heat?" Oh, much better, much better.
It actually is
Okay.
better.
It actually is.
So I'm standing in the oven. I'm standing in front of the oven with the door open and it blowing on me.
Yeah, you're just gonna melt, not suffocate and melt.
Yeah.
Hey, right.
Yeah, dry is okay for certain things.
Oh.
What are you drinking there, Craig, my friend, by the way?
He's trying to slide it in, no pun intended.
Oh my God. Christ.
I'm on
Ooh,
Nice.
very nice.
so yeah. Festbier Mertz and out of Germany. So it's
Can't go wrong with them.
5.8%.
Yeah.
That's
What
one
is
of,
it?
it's my last one of a 12-pack that I got on a good deal. So on a Rod J deal. But
Was
yeah,
it a Rod J deal? Oh, very
it
nice.
was 20. I got 12 bottles, 500ml bottles for about delivered included just over £20. So you're looking
How
at
much?
that.
How much is it usually?
Around about £3 a bottle. So
Okay. Well, nice. Yeah.
Don't
So
tell Rod J his deals have made it across the sea.
yeah,
They must
yeah.
know
Well,
they must know
can
you're a
happen.
friend. They know you're a friend. So yeah.
Yeah. But do you get so many of these deals you used to, or is it you just SOL now you've moved or whatever?
Well, it's funny you mention that, right?
No.
So when I'm drinking right now, I'm drinking. I don't know if you saw that. It's the Southern Tier
Yeah.
Nitro, and this was the first probably official Rod J deal since I moved here. I got a 4-pack of these, and these are like 10%. The Nitro, it was $6.99 a 4-pack. Usually it's about 14 or 15 or somewhere in that area. So
Right.
they knew I was moving to the area. They started to roll out the red carpet. What am I going to do? It's accommodate. I'm going to go ahead and pick them up for them. So yeah.
And I have had that one. It was very good. Now that I do.
I knew we had it because I was like,
Yeah.
I don't remember many beers, but I remember that one.
No, it was tasty.
But I don't have like a Jungle Gyms here now, or like some of the party places we had in Cincinnati. So I don't get as many of the deals.
You don't get any free beer now. No.
I've not got any free beer yet.
Not yet.
So, I mean, but I haven't been out anywhere as well.
It's only
So
been 4 months now. So
yeah, well, you know what? I haven't really
still
gone
working
anywhere, so I'm kind of just usually here at the apartment. Like I'm not out into some of the breweries. I mean, I've talked with people before over at Guinness, and I was going to go out there and do some stuff. They're like, "Yeah, let us know when you're in and stuff." So I mean, if they want to set me up with a table, I'm okay with that. I mean, but I never asked for it. It's just I go out there and doing stuff. People are like, "What are you doing?" Oh, I'm shooting a video from a beer channel. Next thing you know, it's like, "Oh, well, try these. I was like, "Oh, okay." And where's my tab? Oh, you're taken care of. So if it happens, it happens. I try. I don't go ask for it. So
No, that's it. No.
yeah.
It sounds like you should though.
Yeah. It's all fun time.
Do you ever get drunk, Rod? Like, I don't really like.
Do I ever get drunk?
I mean, like, I'm sure you
Not
do.
online. Not online.
Yeah.
Well, not really as much on. No, I don't think. Well, not in a long time online. I mean, I've been on some of the shows like with EB when they spin the wheel and they did stuff, and it was like, it gets kind of ugly after a certain point.
It's been a few weeks.
I learned that. Yeah,
it's been a few weeks for me. So.
I learned that in the early years of YouTube. Like, they're gonna probably do this stream over here because it gets too crazy over there. It's like But
what about that one night you drank that big ass bottle of something? I forgot what it was. What did you drink?
What was it?
I don't remember. It was a huge ass bottle of something though.
Oh, that was the 52-ounce bottle of Stone. Was like your Stone Celebration or something else. Yeah. No, I didn't get drunk off of that. I did the one video when they sent me the hangover medicine to try. The first time I did it, somebody said, "Well, I don't know if you drank enough, like to really test, or you should." And it's like I had a pretty good amount. So next time I did, I had like 10 fireball shots. I had.
That was the night we were playing Call of Duty online. We were playing Call of Duty that night.
We're
10.
Well, that's just part of it. 10 fireball shots. I had like a couple double or triple IPAs. I had a bunch of other stuff, and
wow.
I did a pretty good one. I'd have to go back to see what that video was on there. But I got up the next morning, and no, it was just testing how this hangover thing would go. And I got up the next morning and pretty much was fine. Only thing I had, felt like I wanted to sit here and rest maybe a little bit, but outside of that, I was good to go.
You sound like Paul from PA Bruno's.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I had a Paul diet that night, so
Yeah, right.
So I did some pretty good stuff that night. But yeah, it's been a while. I think probably, well, I'd say the last time might have been, although I wasn't totally drunk because I still knew where I was going and all kind of stuff. But when I tried to scale the wall and I broke my wrist that year, that was like a few years ago. I was, and that was the year I was supposed to go. It happened like 2 weeks before I was supposed to go to Fresh Fest. So I was like, had my tickets go to Fresh Fest.
I remember that. Yeah.
Like, I can't drive to Pittsburgh to date it, and if I, so it was like,
I do remember that.
But that was like 2 or 3 years ago.
You slipped over on a banana.
Yeah.
Like he fell over a bench and he cracked it,
Well, sometimes you just think things are shortcuts that aren't shortcuts, and you should really adhere to the red tape.
Yeah.
Don't go this way.
I do remember that though.
And I literally was was like, hold my beer.
I remember laughing though. It was just like, oh, and then I was like, oh shit, he's missing the festival. That's bad. That's not good.
The worst thing, though, I would say, if you end up breaking the bone, anybody out there watching, it's not as much the breaking of the bone, it's the freaking therapy afterwards. Like, to break the bone, the pain is there. You go there to do surgery, but when you got to do therapy afterwards, that's when it really bothers you. That's when it really hurts. Like, I went from bench pressing like 350 to like not even moving like a little squeeze ball. And you know this as a nurse, Shannon. It's kind of like, I could basically bench 2 midgets right now, and I can't do anything right now outside of trying to keep this ball on the wall. It's just like,
No, so frustrating.
Yeah, I broke my wrist twice when I was younger. But it's no fun. No fun in that.
If it was the same one, I got questions, but hopefully you switched.
I think it's the same one.
The men are naughty tonight.
What age is this, Craig? What age is this?
Is what it is. Is what it is. It's like, not you again. It's like, yeah. How'd you do it? Same thing.
Yeah. So James had mentioned about the Pabst Blue Ribbon beers. I get some of the comments here. So Pabst came out with like an 1,844 pack of beer that you could basically buy like for $800 something. And I'm like,
oh my God.
And they're like, yeah, something to share with all your friends or whatever. And it's like, and I was like, how many like 6 packs of that? Like, and then I thought about it. If you were having something like a big party or wedding reception, something like that, you probably could get away with doing something like that. But that's a whole lot of Pabst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that,
I'm not sure I'm going to spend $900 for anything Pabst.
Yeah.
Todd, is that a green screen behind you, or is that your garden?
No.
That's
Green screen in the garden.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Actually our backyard, but we butt up right to a farm out back.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's almost like Little House on the Prairie.
Wow.
Laura Ingalls might run by.
It's kind of like we're in the middle of nowhere, but we're not out in the we're just like running the highways.
I think Norman Rockwell's out back doing a painting right now.
No curtains.
I've had people ask that before, though. Is that real? But it is.
I don't mind curtains.
Right. Yeah, but right now the back. That's actually a pretty good shot right now that Todd has in the background. With the sunset and everything, it's a pretty good shot. That could be somebody's picture,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We get some pretty nice sunsets at the evening time for sure.
Well, looks
picturesque, posteresque.
Quite nice, big skies by the look of it. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Let's discuss how Americans always mispronounce your name, Craig.
That's right.
It's so funny. It's like when I first met Craig. And I'd be like calling him Ken all the time. Everybody's calling him Ken.
I did too. I think when it first.
And then he tried to like, well, it's actually Craig, but I never say anything. I'm like, why don't you say anything? Like, if people are saying your name wrong, then tell them because they'll keep doing it or whatever.
That's right.
If people come on, it's like Ken. I'm like, no, his name is really Craig. And they're like, what? It's
Yeah.
Craig. Like what? Craig, like, yeah, it is.
Right. No, it's not a big deal.
Yeah. I was like, Craig just lives in Kent, so
Yeah, it's not the best channel name in the world, but whatever.
shout out to Chad. Cheers, Chad. Good to see you, my friend. JB saying cheers, JT. Long time no see. Hope all is well. Drinking a Blood Brothers Guilty Remnant White Stout. Gilbert. Okay. Cracking the White Stouts open.
How you
We
doing,
talked
Eric?
about that last week with the White Stout. Like the White Stout still throw you off a little bit, you said, Todd.
Me?
Ooh, a white stout? That sounds good.
Was that you that said that when we were on the show here last? Like we were talking about, like because you still get
Well,
that stout
the-
flavor out of it. And you're like, wait a second, it's still
Kind of like was it the blonde ale chocolate?
It's a man fuss.
well the Neapolitan and the
Well, I
White
guess
Stout
it
we were
is
talking
blonde
about.
stout or something. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
For real, because feel like they're drinking a lager, and all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, what is this chocolate flavor in this blonde beer? What is that all about?
Yeah, I got a chance to watch some of that JV on the show you did. That was really good. JV was actually one of his live streams he had done yesterday. He was going through Spotify.
That was brilliant. Last
night,
night,
right? Yeah, he was
Yeah,
going through.
that was awesome.
Just taking ideas and picking up artists, and whoever had less than 100, he was sampling their music and stuff too. It was pretty fun.
That was good.
Coming across some of the names, yeah.
Yeah, I threw a few names in there. So,
Oh, so it was
so
like shouting out, like
No, it's like somebody would say like Trash Can. He would look for artists whose names Trash Can. He would just do different name associations to find bands, which is pretty cool.
yeah, some interesting names.
Yeah.
for sure.
But it was fun. Some of the music, it was like, oh, that's not bad. Some of it was like, whoa, what just happened?
No, it's
Who
good.
was
It's good.
it? We were talking about. I have a kiddie pull out back to lay out in, and my friend
Cheers,
Emily
Eric.
came over, and we were talking about what. Oh, your beer is your beer good?
Yeah,
Right.
beer's good.
I've just cracked another one. So I'm on Wanderlust.
Mm.
There we go. Modern Pilsner. 4.2, nothing crazy, but some nice artwork.
I was gonna say
love
that's pretty
that
cool.
can art.
Yeah, that is.
It is.
So
I like the
from
name, too.
Time and Tide, yeah, Wanderlust all day.
I look like
yeah.
with wheels.
Time and Tide is a brewery just down the road near Sandwich. There's a website. So, but yeah.
Sandwich.
Nice.
The Earl of Sandwich.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife was on the Real Housewives of.
I don't know about that, but
Well,
he's been dead a while.
well,
Yeah.
the son of the Earl of Sandwich, him and his
Oh,
wife.
okay. Yeah,
run the castle or whatever, estate or whatever.
yeah. No,
Was his nickname
it's
correct?
there's a thing. Well, you got if you're into your golf. Last year was Royal St George's down in Sandwich, like the British Open Golf Championship was there. I live about 5 miles from there,
Oh wow, okay.
so East Kent, so right at the very east end. No,
I
to north.
always thought Kent was your last name.
No, that's what we were.
No.
No, we were calling Kent.
He owns the city. It is.
Because
It is. It's the city's named after his family, so he owns the city. So yeah.
No, that's
he's
Clark.
really Sir Craig.
That's Clark. No,
Like to talk to peasants in
No.
America.
Sir Craig of Kent.
no. Me, I don't know about all that. I think the accent gives that away. There's no poshness here. So.
He's been knighted, but not the way you're thinking he's been knighted.
Well, yeah, well, it's night, but yeah.
What's it over there?
Chad's having a double
20
thunder
past
funk.
2. Yeah,
Oh wow, 2 a.m.
20 past 2. Yeah,
Wow.
right.
It's an interesting name for a beer. Double Thunder Funk by Bentwater Brewing. I've heard actually of Bentwater before. Double IPA, 9.2 ABV.
Nice strength.
Todd was leaning against Rod. Oh, my avatar is to the right, to the side of Todd there.
I know.
The other way, yeah.
Yeah.
He's trying to get away from me.
before it was, I was like, it was just covering me up. I was like, oh well.
He wants the stores to recognize him so he gets those deals. Anyone else drinking any types? I'm not drinking any IPAs yet.
I'm on this like pills now.
Give me atomic torpedo.
Oh, I'll give me some of that. Oh yeah.
Have you had that one over there?
No, I've never seen it over here.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds good. I like Sierra Nevada anyway. I think they're awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of a Sierra Nevada because the other one I got here that I'm going to have in a little bit is actually the Optimum.
Oh, come on now.
I didn't see that.
But your guys' Optimum is different label than the one we have here.
Yeah, we can get that. We can get that and the torpedo and the standard like pale and stuff.
Yeah.
The pale ale's in supermarkets over here. So
yeah, we get pale ale in our store. Well, some of the stores have. Well, now that in Maryland, you can't even buy alcohol in the grocery stores.
Yeah, I mean the freshness is debatable. That's the only trouble, but
yeah. Well, I mean it kind of is here too because I picked these up yesterday and it was a mixed 12-pack that they came in, and I just looked at it and it was packaged in at the end of January.
Yeah, if we had mixed packs over, I wouldn't care. I'd just like, yeah, give me it. You know?
Yeah, so it's the first time I've ever had this one too. So I was like, oh, I'll pick it up. And there's a couple of them in there I hadn't had.
Yeah, at least the good thing about it, they're in a box. That's kind of a slight advantage, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
For any light strike or any of that carry on, but yeah.
JV said, not a dry heat here in Arkansas. If you believe that, come on down. 102 degrees and humidity is through
I
the
can't
roof.
even imagine Arkansas. Oh,
Yeah.
that's awful.
That can stay there.
Yeah.
All right.
Carpet, how 1977 the Brits Gilbert says.
Seriously, we don't get the heat like that, so it's like, yeah, carpet.
Well, we have carpet. Yeah. We have carpet here. I mean, some of that, like we have hardwood
Eric
floors
is
and
not
carpet
talking
here.
about that
Yeah.
carpet.
Oh, it's about the shag,
Well,
the shag carpet, like
That's why he's
the
referring to
77, the
I
77
know.
bands. Yeah,
I know.
how Austin Powers of him.
Yeah, baby.
The carpet burns, maybe, but yeah.
He was like, "Shall we shag?"
You know, that is not a bad pickup line.
Shall we shag?
Yeah.
It still works, even though that's probably like the 70s.
Instead of saying, "Hey, you want to go back to my place and fuck?" Yeah, like.
But that's to the point.
Would you
I
like?
don't know. I don't know.
shag?
That's pretty good as well, though. To be
That's pretty
fair.
direct. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, around it is, but like if a woman said that to a man, but
Straight to the point.
Well, no, I'm sorry, love. I'm just not. I'm not feeling it tonight, love. You know.
and then she'd probably chase you hard, and then she'd be like, "Oh, come on."
If a woman said that to a man, they'd be like, "Is this a trick question?
Yeah.
Is this?
Is it?
I mean,
Is it the first?
is Maury Povich in the back? Gary
Hang
Springer,
on,
what's going on?"
Yeah. Is it the first of the month? Oh shit, it is. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
What's that show they do on ABC? What would you do? Like that guy jumps out, like they always test people.
Oh,
what they
yeah.
would do to them.
Oh,
I'd be like, this has to be like, what would you do
Yeah.
if a woman did that? You'd be like,
Well, I'll be going home with her. You know, just,
Yeah, I mean, it's not against the law to have sex.
no,
with
just
no, but
just
like,
go. Just
Beverly
go.
Hills Cop not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
Yeah, I was always like, it's in your duffel bag. Oh, rope, tape.
yeah, yeah. Like that sounds like an awesome
Yeah.
time. Let's go.
So you're undercover cop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Paul's saying, somebody has my duffel bag.
Yeah, well, I knew I lost it somewhere.
Yes.
Does anyone pair beer with
No.
seafood? Yeah, I do. I pair beer with any restaurant I go to if I'm going to have food and see what they may actually have there.
Well, my definition of seafood is probably like mine is
Fish
like
sticks?
fried fish. Fried sandwich. What'd you say?
Fish sticks.
Fish sticks. I mean, I can enjoy a fish stick. But no, like fried fish, a good fried fish sandwich with a beer. I mean, if you consider.
Yeah, nice cod. Yeah.
But I'm not gonna go eat like some fancy seafood dinner and
Yeah.
an apple.
Maybe an oyster stout with some oysters.
Ugh.
There you
Maybe. Yeah, oyster stouts are good.
go.
But we're crazy
Ugh.
is like fish and chips. Fish and chips is pretty popular. So you're pairing that with beer
Yes.
at the pubs and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, probably a lager.
It's popular here too, but I don't know if we get the real one. It was an artificial, like they say it's
Yeah.
fish and chips, but it's like, is it real? Like, how do we know if we're not over there in England to really compare? So
Well, yeah, that's why I'd like to come. I'll come to America one day and we'll have a look.
yeah,
I mean, we have a few like Irish pubs that have fish and chips, but
Well, I'm sure.
Yeah,
it's
but
I'm still. It's not legit.
What's your fish though? Is it battered? Is it battered
Yes.
in?
It's
is
battered.
battered,
Yeah, it's battered.
Or is it battered with
You can get
Beer?
beer batter.
beer battered? Or...
Yeah.
Beer, different
It
kinds.
depends on the restaurant you're at, but we have like chefs over here from England. So I know we actually do get it, but it was kind of like some places they may call it that, and it's like, no, this is just like a Gorton's fish slapped together with some fries. Like this is not the real deal fish.
Yeah.
See, I don't really care if it tastes good. I really don't give a shit.
Oh no, there is that. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever.
And I'm not hating on the Gorton's fishermen. I'm just saying I wouldn't consider that to be high-end fish for fish and chips. He was prepared. He wore his raincoat.
You
so,
do,
you know.
Rod.
You got a few interesting comments coming up.
Oh, I'm trying to get down to them. Let's see. Hopefully it's well trimmed. Yeah, well, you know. Wait, we still talking about fish, or are we talking about?
I'm always trying to get down.
Carpet?
But anyway,
Carpet.
yeah.
I don't know. It could be trimming a couple things.
No, that's not what it is, Rod.
Not from Gilbert anyway.
I try to give him the benefit of the doubt, and you guys doubt me.
But stop.
Yeah, let's shoot down real quick.
I've never been drunk on live. Cough, cough. Right?
Yeah.
Not JV. JV is the fireball king. So you watch JV's hangouts
Oh,
on Friday.
yeah.
He loves knocking the fireballs back.
He love. Yeah, he's a good lad.
Yeah.
He's good.
So that was tomorrow night is Friday. So maybe a fireworks Friday from
If
JV's live stream.
If only he could play guitar, that'd be
If
awesome.
only just a
I know,
little bit,
right?
just a little bit.
Yeah.
Me and Thrash drink Fireball every Friday. See, helps us get ready for the show. Fireball Friday on the 4th of July. You got to check out JV's live stream, Marcus. I'm sure to get a little crazy.
That is awesome.
Shout out to Thrash. Thrash's team, Colorado Avalanche, just won the NHL Cup, so he was happy about that. Don't get drunk. I get sleepy. Are you the one that passed out the bar, TV?
I get that among other things, but yeah.
We went to New Orleans years ago. We were down there for a conference, and we were out drinking, and the guy passed. He was just in his chair. He was sitting in his chair.
I don't know how men do that.
And he was out. He was like this, and it was like we just all started taking a picture. I'm like, don't be the guy that falls asleep in the bar, because you never know what's going to happen, right? It was just hilarious. Like he was just sitting up.
He's lucky if that's all that happened to him.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's a private party, it gets a lot worse.
You're right.
Yeah, right. You got no eyebrows left.
Yeah.
And, it's like all this sort of
Somebody's
carry on.
like,
It's like the Hangover,
Somebody's like, make him a Peter Griffith and
Where's my tooth? Where's my tooth gone?
No, remember we had a neighbor, and he went out in the neighborhood. We'd all get together and drink, and it was a work night, and he came home, and he woke up, and I guess she was pissed, and she wrote drunk across his forehead in lipstick, and luckily he found it before he went into work. He was so pissed at her. I was like, that's pretty genius, though. I was like,
Because he passed out on the couch or whatever.
But is it her fault for right or his fault for passing out?
it's nobody's fault.
Yeah.
It's their life. Like he was just down the street having some drinks.
Whoever you were kissing last night, they were pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fun. That's funny.
Bottle of Fireball in hand. Do you like it straight? The rocks. I actually drink it straight when I do it. I pretty much do it in a shot form.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody really mixes Fireball with anything. Not that you can't. I'm trying to think. Maybe someone to put it with Sprite or something like that. But
I wouldn't even know.
I would just take it straight.
Rum chata and Fireball's good.
Fireball or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they are. So there you go.
It's just like a little bit of a hotter type whiskey, like cinnamon type whiskey.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
cinnamon.
okay.
Yeah.
Spice. Yeah, a little bit of spice. Okay.
That I was never a big fan. I know I've told this story on here a million times, but when we snuck it into the IU game and I put it under my boob so we could sneak it in because it was like you didn't have
Yeah.
alcohol. And
who doesn't do that, right? Yeah,
right.
You know.
It was so cold. And I was like, this is going to be awful hot or room temperature. Well, it was under there long enough. It was nice and toasty. And we got in there and it was cold and we all took
It was hot. Yeah.
it was so good. I was just like, this is the best hot damn I've ever had. It was so good.
Oh yeah, that's when it pays to be, well enamored that you can put stuff in there.
Endowed.
Yeah, endowed.
Yeah, I could probably get a fucking Chevy in there.
She pulls out chicken wings.
I I'm not gonna say the lyrics, but anyway,
The lyrics.
doesn't matter.
It doesn't. I want to know.
You can't start anything with Shannon and try to stop.
No,
it.
no,
Stuck.
no.
Now I want to know. Tell me.
Here's the other one, Craig. It was. In
Oh
the-
yeah, well, I've had that one. Yeah, I've
He's
had that
trying
one.
to
As well.
redirect me.
Thankful
had that
IPA.
Thank you, Todd. But yeah,
Help me,
I'm here
help
for
me,
you.
Todd. Use your witchcraft.
I work with dementia patients.
Yeah, it doesn't work so
Yeah,
well.
I work with.
That's your gig.
What's that? Redirecting?
Yeah,
because
like try to be master of it.
I work with dementia, so you have to like if they get on something, you try to redirect them and like change their train of thought. So when Todd starts getting snippy or getting irritated or something, and I don't like where the conversation's going, I like just start talking about something else. And he's like, "Stop doing that to me! Like, stop treating me like one of your old people." And I'm like,
She's using Jedi powers.
"No, it's not that difficult. It worked for a really long time."
It's not that difficult. Look at these keys. Look at these
Mm-hmm.
keys.
And I mean, I'm so like, squirt, like my mind goes all the way in a bunch of different places. So it's not really that difficult to think that I was thinking about something else, So, but now he's on to me.
That's not
Maybe
I work
mixing a
still works every once in a
margarita.
every
while.
now and again.
Fireball and a margarita. Ooh, I don't know
Ooh.
about that. Although one drink I did start making earlier this week again, which I forgot how much I liked, were mojitos. Which, if you're looking for a lower calorie drink, Shannon, it's like 160 calories or whatever.
It's what like isn't mojito? Isn't that when we went out for their John's birthday party that time? That lives over on the other side of the neighborhood, and he was mixing it with like some kind of fancy vodka, and he had like fresh lime juice. Remember, it was so
Yeah,
good.
Probably.
I think it
Well,
was
mojito's rum.
No,
And
maybe it was
sours, yeah.
No, it was.
Was it vodka?
Yeah, it was Tito's.
I mean, you could have been doing like a vodka or something, like a sour.
Yeah, I mean, I think
too. Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm not a big margarita person, but like
yeah.
no, yeah.
mojitos,
Hey,
though, I feel like they're more like fresh ingredients.
Pizza's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you go to
Somewhere.
Miami, they give you the fresh mint in them too. But
I love fresh mint.
yeah, I like mojitos. A nice little easy drink, especially when it's warm. It'll be a nice, refreshing one. That's what I'll probably make when we go to Ocean City. Is make mojitos on the beach.
Yeah.
Hashtag no curtains.
Oh my god, you guys are just obsessed with interior.
That's a long time ago. It was daylight then.
Yeah, it was.
It
It
was.
was. Well, it was at 9:15, so it's 9:34. So we're not
Yeah,
too
I've never
far off.
met so many men worried
It's
about
straight.
interior design, carpets and curtains and like.
Oh well,
I mean,
Well,
a lot
curtains and carpets. Well,
a lot of men like the lack of curtains. So
That's fine.
I prefer curtains. Curtains, to be fair, but yeah.
It's
But, yeah.
do the drapes match the
Sure.
carpet, and drapes are the same thing as curtains. So, not to have any curtains. Or are you talking about meat curtains?
Here we go.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Where's Paul at when you need him?
Paul is here. Paul
He's
is
here. He is here.
Hey,
Yes.
Speaking of the devil,
Ooh. JV's cheers. And I've classified my PBR a bit by pouring it into a Stella Artois chalice, making it fancy, eh? And chilling down at Gettysburg with the girls, just enjoyed the sunset over the battlefield. Very nice.
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was younger and I was a Boy Scout, we actually went to Gettysburg and stuff. It's a humbling type thing out there that these everything, the fields and all that kind of stuff and knowing the history. I mean, it's almost like Remember the Titans, when
Yeah.
you make some run through it. It's kind of like a thing. And to see it like the sunset or like at dawn.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
I had a good day, Paul, man.
Yeah. Paul's always doing great stuff with his kids. Yeah.
Oh well, he always does. He's a proper guy.
Everyone, do you like spicy margarita or no spicy margarita?
Mm,
I don't even know what the spicy margarita is, but
sounds better than a regular margarita.
you like margarita salt or no salt?
Yeah.
Salt.
I like salt. I like the salt on it.
Salt is
Yeah.
my favorite ingredient for anything. I love salt.
Yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, probably so.
What
For
a-
you, I was gonna say maybe sour cream.
Oh, yeah, but that's like I'm talking about like a dry spice or
Spice,
something.
yeah.
Yeah, sour cream is my number one. Like, yeah, I love sour cream.
What
too.
up, Trez in the house?
Trez.
Cheers, Trez. Fellas. We got Shannon here tonight. So
I'm kind of a fella.
well.
Maybe in speak talk. That's
Well,
about it.
I actually would say.
I was thinking to say something like,
No.
cheers, JV, man.
Before we came on the show, I had saved these TikToks for Todd to watch, and it was about it. It was like I think I should have been born with a penis because of what I'm finding funny, and it was when you eat the crawfish, and he was like, "I told you you're supposed to suck on the head first,
Oh, yeah.
and now you're mad at me because everybody else is agreeing, and you're bitching about your back hurting." And yeah, he was telling her, yeah,
Every day. You've had a headache for 3 weeks now.
Oh well.
Yeah. And drink a few for me, fellas. Working. What else is he? Yeah, he's always working, but he always tunes in while he's working. So
Cool. I hope it goes quick for you, man.
always appreciate it, homie. Yo, Paul from JT. And then he says, "Hey, Shannon." So
there you go.
I didn't even think about it.
Everybody loves Shannon. So yeah.
Not everybody, but I appreciate that you think that.
Like Marisada out there. Time to start brewing. Cheers, Camp Beer Reviews.
Cheers.
Cheers, JT. Kent is a legendary hop region of England. We just call Craig Kent because it's funny and we're assholes. Well, he does put in his title.
I agree with you, Eric. Yeah. I'll let you work out which part I mean by that.
Yeah. It's not my bag, baby. Sweetest penis and larger pump.
Paul,
that's just
Paul
Paul being
was the
Paul.
inventor.
Paul's in the house.
That might be in Paul's. That might be in Paul's duffel bag.
I don't know his reference to, but
Yeah. What about beer batter and fried fish? Is that a waste of beer? No, it's good. Beer batter and fried. Depends what beer you're using.
If it's a regular beer, then no, it's doing it a favor. So
yeah, I mean, if it's Budweiser, just go ahead, throw it in.
yeah, you're doing it a favor.
If it's Pliny, it's like, whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, right. No.
Beer battered piney. You having a laugh? It would cost you a fortune, wouldn't it? Imagine going for a chippy.
Yeah.
Piney the elder, beer battered fish. How much is that, mate? Oh, that's $40, please. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah, I don't think the beer. I don't think you can taste the beer in the beer batter. I think it's just the carbonation and the way it makes the batter.
yeah. I mean, yeah, there is that.
Depending on the beer, you might get some flavor. And I don't know. Most of the time, it's a lager. I think that's used for a lot of it. So you're not going to probably have that. So you're probably right in that regard.
I
wonder if they could do something like with the Guinness or something like that. If you might get some of the.
Well, you can get that with put it in like a stock. They use like a dark like stout or a porter for a stock. Something like Guinness or I don't know. There's a few breweries that do that.
Yeah.
Great
over there, like Murphy's be another one, right? Too.
Yeah, Murphy's and maybe like Marston's, like Old Peculiar, like an old ale or something like that. You know, that could work.
It can change the flavor, like beer cheese too.
Yeah.
Different types of beer. Of course, I know the cheese itself too, but if you use the same cheese with different beers, it'll change the flavor in those.
I feel like the beer cheese though, it's always so spicy you can't taste anything else.
Because like at Pearl Street, there's a tap house that we go to sometimes, and they do you can get like a pretzel and beer cheese.
Get that. Yeah.
Give you like 3 different beer cheeses that are made with different beers, and they all.
I love that.
World Beer has a really good pretzel and cheese, beer cheese and pretzel. It's like
that'd be great.
That'd be really good.
I'd be really. If I moved to America, I'd be proper fat. I'd just be like, yeah, come on.
Oh, we all are.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's kind of.
I just would be. I'd be like, come on, I don't care. You know,
It's kind of like that's what Japan found out when they started putting American restaurants over there. They're like, all the people were getting fatter and diabetes with like a new disease they were eating. Like, yeah, welcome to America. We got you now.
No, I'd burn it off. I'd burn it off.
They give us too much fucking food. Like you buy something and
You
it's
give
like,
me too much.
yes, it's like you order something and I'm like, literally, we could go to a restaurant and split a meal. But I'm like, I feel bad going to a restaurant and getting just one meal, you know, because I'm like,
we do most of the time now, though. If
We
As
have
you get old, as you get older, you will like some of those blue plates.
There is that, but there's also a cost thing as well. So it's going crazy prices. So it's like, yeah, bollocks. I don't care what you say. I'm splitting it.
But I've been to restaurants where you pay a lot and they give you a little and you leave home.
that's usually
yeah,
the
like
case.
you know, but you paid for the ambiance. Like fuck the ambiance, my stomach's growling.
Yeah, my stomach and your ambience. You know,
I have a question. So, as far as breweries, well, I think I know what you guys are already going to say, but like,
hold your question.
Okay.
Let me do this real quick.
Catch up.
So, this is the other beer I'm going to crack open now. I'm going to go with the thick mint from Southern Tier Nitro as well. I know my camera's not zooming. My camera's being fickle, but I'm going to crack this open. So I just want to do.
Where is South?
Just say I was wrong with the thickness.
New York.
Oh.
Yeah, you got to go with it.
This is 10% as well. Black, creamy, low to moderate bitterness, and ale with natural flavor. Is that natural flavor?
Oh, lovely.
Well,
Blackwater series. You can't beat natural flavor, can you?
There's that sound. Oh, yeah. And as always, pour hard when it's nitro. Pour hard.
Yes.
Go hard or go home. Oh, did he just say that? Yeah, he did.
There's no other way.
No other way.
That's the way I go in.
Hard for the win. HFTW.
What? SAT? What'd you say?
HFTW. Hard for the win.
Oh. Oh,
come on, Shannon.
Else, I didn't know.
You said
I thought it was
that is what you said. Hard. I was watching this TikTok. This guy I follow, and he's like a sex doctor or something. And he was like, having an erection doesn't equal arousal, and arousal doesn't always equal erection. Because I was always like, well, if he's hard, then he's aroused.
But it's just the wind.
I mean, he was like, men wake up with a hard on.
It's the morning wood thing. It's like you wake up like, I don't know why. It's nothing to do with me. It's like I just woken up.
But
those damn sheets.
You know.
Yeah, so I'm like,
it's the thread count.
But damn,
that is so smooth.
It is what it is.
When you go up against it while you're sleeping, you're like, "Hey, what's going on?"
I didn't dream nothing. I didn't think nothing.
The bathroom and shoots it on the wall.
What's going on there?
That's how Blake lost his bear.
Blake TV.
Oh, he lost his bear?
We don't know what happened to him, but that was his little buddy.
Who's bear?
Blake. Remember Blake had the big stuffed teddy bear.
He had the stuffed bear behind him all the time when he was talking and stuff. But
I think he wore the bear. I think he wore the bear out.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think probably
he walked.
That's
yeah.
Okay, let Blake live his life. You know, like
he was a little rough with Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, he walked.
It was a patented bear.
Oh, and now you just made me think of Zelensky.
He tried to put the care into the Care Bear.
Like,
oh, is that what he was doing? Yeah, I'm sure that, yeah.
It was Blake laid bear. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, he really bared down. So you know. But what do I barely know? You know.
Oh my God. I got some jokes tonight.
Oh, let's see
Stars
here.
must be aligned.
Gilbert said, Martin's oyster stout is lovely stuff. The only oyster stout I've had recently would have been a Flying Dog. It's called Pearl Necklace. You love that one, Shannon. That's their oyster stout. It's called Pearl Necklace.
Yeah, I know where you're going with that. I'm not stupid.
All about the flying bitch.
Like,
Yeah, flying dog gets called out in their name
deliberate
sometimes.
thing.
They get called out in their name sometimes by some people. But yeah. That's what
People
they went
with no sense of humor.
Well, they got like North Carolina wouldn't let them do a label on one of their beers because they found out it was like a naked, like they do cartoon characters on their beers, like a naked man or something like that, and they wouldn't sell it in North Carolina because they were offended by it.
You know, it pisses me off so bad that people
need to get a life. People need to get a fucking life.
They do.
You're right.
But everybody has a body. Everybody has a naked body. And it's just like, what is so crazy about people seeing naked bodies? Like, you know.
That's because in America they sexualize it.
Yeah, but it's the same over here, though. It's the same. It's like, fucking please. If you want to moan about shit, moan about something that's worth moaning about. Not
Exactly. Yeah.
Not some bullshit with someone gets their tits or cock out. It's like, come on, it's a fucking human thing.
Right. Yeah. As long as you're not trying to like chase a little kid with your cock, then.
Well, no, I mean that's slightly different, but yeah, but just but adults, it's like, come on.
Right. Yes. You know, like they have the new beaches and stuff. Like, well, I mean, that one guy. Did I tell Rod? I did tell you that story about. You know, we go to Our Lady all the time, and they have this thing called Harvest Host, and they have RVs, and it's a stop you can.
Oh yeah.
And so, of course, I don't know how to not talk to strangers. So I went up and I was talking to him, and he tells me about how him and his wife are going to these, and he's like 60 something. And he's telling me about how his wife is out in the RV and that they go to these like nude beaches and everything. And that he paints her body with like latex body paint, proceeds to pull out his camera and show me pictures of his wife that he's painted. You know, and I'm like, well, I mean, okay. I mean, I can kind of get that. That's nice. That's a good thing for you guys to be able to do together. But I was getting like some creepy vibes off of him.
He was a creepy.
Yeah, because then he wanted me to go back to the RV and meet his wife.
Yeah, well, that's where.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Pictures are good.
Yeah.
Good.
See your art,
We'll
but
take your word for it.
Yeah, pictures are good, but I'm going home.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, that's a bit creepy. It's like,
we just met.
I mean, but he was like, that's what he does. He was shooting his shot. You know, you never know unless
shooting his shot. Okay.
He was trying to shoot his shot.
Blanks.
I'm like, dude, I'm not your girl.
I thought you went home
from downtown. Yeah.
Sorry.
And then did I tell you, and stop me if I've already told you this, about the gay guy rubbing on my ass?
No, I don't think I heard about that one.
Such a good story.
I don't think you've told that
so
one.
we go to this place called
I don't know. There you go.
Communion. And
it's called Communion?
It's called
Pints and Union.
Pints
and Union. I mean, because it could happen at Communion. I mean, we know the Catholic history.
Like yeah, it's like a pub. But so they have this like smoking area out back, and you know, I go back there and I vape, and I meet people. Todd will come back there and hang out with me, and then we'll meet people. And then I've been talking to that one guy that you knew. I guess he didn't tell me he was gay, but I guess you started talking to him later, and you said he was gay. So we were all standing around. It was him.
Oh, yes, because it was red.
Yeah, so we were all
under the awning. I was like, okay.
we were all standing around, and it was him and a bunch of other guys that I think were gay. They, you know, and we started talking about movies, and we were talking about. I was like talking about like some of my favorite movies from like a long time ago, and I was talking about Enemy Mine. I was like, "Do you know what Enemy Mine is?" Though, and he was like, "Yes, I do," and he was like getting all excited, and he was standing right next to me, and first he starts like, and Todd's like directly across from me, and there's like this piece of wood that separates. It's like a, what would you call it?
I know what you're thinking, Craig, and I thought the same thing.
Not that, not his piece of wood.
Craig's like, I got time for bed. I go to bed.
Carry on.
And it's just separates the booths from and it's got metal bars that come down.
Well, normally you'll see them where kids can't go beyond that point, but I don't know if kids can go in there.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. He was on one side. And
No,
I was on
no, it doesn't.
He started rubbing on my back, and I was like, I'm not real comfortable with this, but you know, okay. And then
so you just swung with it.
Yeah. He's got his fucking hands on my ass, and he's rubbing my ass.
All right,
so,
yeah.
And Todd is not. He's clueless. I mean,
I'm busy.
Yeah,
talking,
and we're all crammed in, so we're like, I don't even think he would have been able to see it. So all of a sudden, I'm like, I dove under the piece of wood, and I was like, all right, it's time to go, Todd. Let's go.
I was like, that was awful quick. I was like, all right, see ya.
And so we went out and got in the car, and then I was like, oh my God, Todd, that gay dude was rubbing all over my ass. And he was like, what?
I wasn't gay.
Yeah, he told his friends, I can't believe she thought I was gay. It worked.
Right.
It might have been.
He's like, let's go try this at another bar.
But I was just like, what the fuck, dude? But I also was like, I didn't want to I hate confrontation, and I was like,
yeah, it's best way.
This guy's rubbing on my ass, because that wouldn't be good.
You could either make a scene or just get out of there.
Right. I'm just like, let's just leave. And I was just like, and usually he's the one that's dragging me out, and I was like, let's go. It's time to go. But
I couldn't believe this basically happening right under my nose.
Yeah,
and I
was
wasn't even
directly across.
You were distracted by his buddies. It was all set up. It was all.
I know. That's it. I think it was just.
His buddies were like, try it. Trust me, it'll work. I'll distract her husband.
I mean, there was no doubt those other two guys
No, I
were gay,
think the guy that was rubbing on my ass was gay too. I don't think a straight man would have the audacity to do that.
I don't know. That's what he wants you to think.
I think
that's his game plan.
No,
could have been bi. Could have been both. You never know.
You could have been bi. Yeah.
Could have been bi.
Yeah, it could have been bi, but
I was thinking that.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
But I'm like, I really don't give a fuck what you are. That's my ass, and you don't get to rub.
Oh yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
No, I was just like,
I mean, maybe he thought you were like a genius, so you try to make a wish.
Yeah, well, and see, I have learned this recently, that I give off the vibe that I'm flirting, or
perhaps he just
yes, and
maybe
so
he saw the gnome out front.
Yeah, and now I'm like, no, but now I have to explain to women that I'm nice to, that I'm not a swinger trying to pick them up, because I'm friend, because I'm like, oh my God, you're so pretty, or you're so, and so the bartender that we work with, that we go to at Our Lady, she's there a lot, and I met her brother one time, and I was like real friendly with him and everything, and this was months ago, and then we had this conversation with her. I'm like, yeah, I got to be careful, because now people think I'm a swinger or something, and she said, that's really funny, because when my brother met you, he said, there's no way they're not fucking other people, because I was so friendly, and I'm like, that is so funny.
But a lot of people can't understand. Actually, people talk to other people, and there's nothing in it. It's just talking.
I know, and that makes me so sad.
It is
sad. But you can't do that these days. It's, if you're talking to someone, then there's always something else.
Yeah,
right.
You can't do that.
That's what I always tell her. Is you always got to be aware. Just because you think you're not doing it doesn't mean
matter.
That's not what's going on in their head.
No, exactly. And
because I am always like, my husband Todd. And
you don't have to talk to no one these days. But,
right, but now I think when I say my husband Todd, now I'm like, oh, they probably think I'm a swinger trying to pick him up. I'm talking about my husband all the time, like. But
then she'll turn and wave, and I'm just like, hey. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm over on the other side of the room, so it's like.
Because that's when me and my brother went day drinking the other day, and we went to a Pints and Union, and I was sitting in the back talking to, I don't know, it was a couple and maybe some guys, and I was talking about him. And then so he walks in, and I waved at him, and they were like, hey, Todd, because they already knew his name, because I've been talking about it.
I just took my head, I was like, yeah.
He's like, how long has she been here? Yeah. Let's see. Let me get these comments. Gilbert says, only Canada makes decent fish and chips, which was settled by England, right? So technically it still goes back to England. I mean, the part that he's in, right? Because the France had the other part, England had the other part.
They're all immigrants. There you go.
Yes,
Alex, the beer master. Cheers, Alex.
How you doing?
Buddy up the road in NJ. Great channel. Facebook group called Pass the Fuck Out New Orleans. There are lots of examples. Yeah, that can happen in New Orleans. Funny thing you mentioned about that, JT, is the person I was talking about passed out being there, in the New Orleans club. It was just like, I can't believe he didn't fall off the seat. It was because it was like one of the higher type seats. He was able to hold it together. I should share that picture sometimes so people can see us all taking pictures around him. Damn, late night for this old chap, Big Daddy says. How about the original Aftershocks? Is that better than Fireball? I don't remember Aftershocks.
Of course, does that still occur?
Does it?
I don't know. I remember it when I was a kid.
I don't remember the Aftershocks offhand.
Yeah, it's like then you had the apple sours and all that sort of shit.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like the little plastic.
A long time ago. Yeah,
shot things.
Yeah, aftershocks. I have no idea.
Oh, it's probably like the what's the blue stuff and the green, the pucker? Maybe kind of like apple pucker, or
The apple pucker is a thing.
maybe it's
yeah.
similar to
I
that.
remember an aftershock, but I don't know if that's.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Fireball is Kool-Aid compared to Malort. Yeah.
I don't even
I
know.
don't know what they are.
Fireball is too sweet.
It is very sweet.
So is Hot Damn's even sweeter.
Mojito is like tiki julep with rum instead of whiskey.
Yeah.
You ever had the tiki? I don't see Kentucky had the mint julep. I wasn't ever a big fan of mint julep.
They taste like shit.
Me either.
Yeah.
They're awful.
People Kentucky Derby. I'll take a mint julep. Like that shit
It's
is
the same snooty
nasty.
people that have their pretty hats and their pretty dresses and their bow ties. They're like, oh,
Well,
mint julep is the Kentucky Derby drink,
But,
so
yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
They're just
What do
doing
the women
it
drink then?
because When in Rome,
Yeah.
Women will drink the mint julep with them, man. It's kind of like, at least I can say when they do it, they got a second use out of their Easter suits, right? Because Easter suits, Kentucky Derby, you can only wear. They can interchange the suits outside of that parts of the year. You're not wearing them really. I mean, unless you're going to Colonel Sanders Throwdown, you're not wearing those kind of outfits.
Close enough. It is true.
Yeah. But it's funny. I moved from where the Kentucky Derby is, coming to Maryland, and here I've got the Preakness.
Preakness.
So I went from one horse city to another, horse area to another horse area.
So
Yeah, I've been to the Derby in the UK a few times.
Oh, have you? How do you like it?
Well, it's a piss up basically.
Peaky
No.
Blinders.
That's what I was just going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good. It's good fun.
We were watching Peaky Blinders earlier, and they were buying a horse, and they kept calling it the Derby. And I was like, are they trying to say the Derby? Like,
Hey,
Derby wasn't that
There's actually a
long
place
ago.
in the
Like,
UK
it's not that
called
old.
called Derby as well. So.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's 100 and something years old.
But it was spelled Derby in the captions. It was DER.
Derby.
But it's the accent, yeah.
DARBY.
Okay, don't really matter, but
No, I mean, I'm just saying, I thought that's the way it was in the captions.
This is what I do, Craig. This is what I do.
Derby, but
But how are you guys enjoying Peaky Blinders, by the way?
I really like it. But it's I think it's going to be a show I'm going to have to go back and watch again,
Yeah.
to catch things I didn't catch the first time.
I just finished season 6, and yeah.
We're on episode 4 of season 2.
yeah.
Oh, you guys got through the first season already. So nice. Okay.
Yeah, we watched it
Yeah, we
one
watched
day.
that. We watched it like
Yeah.
all of
But it was only
straight.
6. I mean, we did.
Yeah,
6
there's season like
episodes.
6 or
They've got-
7. I think one season like 5
they've got-
episodes.
They've got a beer over here.
Yeah, they got the Peaky Blinders. I've actually got a Peaky Blinders video game.
I think it's Sadler's Brewery in the UK that do it. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've not seen any episodes, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's good.
Like Arthur's character by order of the fucking Peaky Blinders.
Who are you talking about?
Arthur, the brother that always
The
fights.
crazy one?
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Like
Well,
Yeah,
people's
with
faces
yeah,
and
with the
beats them to
mustache
death?
and
Yeah.
everything.
Well,
yeah,
well, you
he's
need
the brawler of the bunch.
Yeah.
You got to have a
Like,
brawler. Tommy's a diplomat.
Yeah, I do like Tommy to look at is not like my cup of tea. There's something about him that if I just look at him, it's just like there's something about him that I'm just like, but I love his character.
Yeah, I've seen the only series I've seen recently is it's on Prime is Reacher. That's pretty good.
I haven't watched that. I heard it was really good. I haven't
It's
watched
fucking
it. Though.
awesome. It's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Reacher.
He was in that one.
No, he's
No,
Greg saying
no.
that's what he's watching.
The only series
Yeah.
he's watched.
Oh, okay.
Recently, yeah, it's like I think 10-12 part thing, but yeah.
Yeah, my wife's trying to get me to watch The Boys again because she said,
Yeah, Reacher is
Yeah.
good. Reacher is good.
Oh, it's awesome. That one is like
Yeah.
it's
We
worth a
went-
watch.
we went to
I
the
don't
movie.
watch series, and I thought that was really good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the guy that does Reacher, he was on another show previously. That was like one of the DC characters, and he was a pretty good actor on there. So apparently,
He's a
according to the book, he
He's a
fits
big
more of
lump.
the
He's like proper big lump. But
yeah.
Yeah.
According to the book, he fits the role better than like the Tom Cruise character does in the movie.
Well, yeah,
in the book, it's more like
that's
this
not
guy.
difficult though.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, at first when that series starts out, like the first episode or so, because he's
It's like this acting is awful.
yeah, it's almost like
No, his acting was on
something,
point.
but
It's
then it
like,
was like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah.
Like, really good.
it's a really it's one of them series that I watched it recently, and I've like, do you know what? I need to watch it again. It's kind of one of them where you miss things, and
Right. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that was really good.
very clever, very clever,
Yes.
very well made.
It was a good
Nice
one.
bush, nature's dental.
I don't know really know.
Paul.
Yeah, I did see some of these
There's a
comments
lot
earlier.
of things.
Had a great day for sure. Excellent, excellent. I know you did with the girls. Yeah.
That's good, man.
Fish and chips at the Bemis house after a golf trip 2 weeks ago. Thick piece of cod and EBS batter and real fucking chips, making me hungry. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a lot of. I think it's EBS. I think you meant ESB, but we don't have a lot
ESB,
of the. We occasionally get something. I can get Fuller's ESB here, but we don't have a lot of breweries that put out a lot of ESBs, and that's actually a nice one to
The
have.
dogs in.
But not good ones though. That's the thing, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
just-
Well, that's the thing. I don't even know how good. Like the Fuller's ESB, I didn't have a problem with it, but I had nothing to relate it to as much because we don't see them.
yeah. Well, that's the mark really, and then you go off that for everything else. That's the way I. Even in the UK,
Yeah.
like one of them
So even over
20%.
there, Fuller's is kind of seen as being the mark you set against.
Even like they do like London Porter. It's like
Mhm.
that and the ESB are just like
What's ESB?
extra strong
special
bitter.
or extra strong.
Oh.
They
Extra-
do. They have. They use it for both. They say extra strong, extra special. But yeah.
Well, actually, whatever, yeah, but just a stronger bitter than the usual kind of, it's just a stronger ABV basically. Bitter.
But I can see that being good with fish and chips. That style.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. They even managed to get me in the swimming pool. It's shut down for mandatory cleaning now.
Yeah, there's no get me in a swimming pool. It's just if I can go with my top on, I'll go. But yeah.
Just looked
Yeah,
up
me
recipes: Fireball and ginger ale. Also, Fireball Old Fashioned. So Sprite wasn't too much off the ginger ale that you could probably look at there. And Old Fashioned. So instead of bourbon, using Fireball. Interesting.
I probably would like that better than an old fashioned. Like I know Fireball is like technically whiskey, and I hate whiskey, but I could do Fireball.
Old Fashions is one of the more popular drinks in the country now. Margarita is the most popular.
I'd take a pina colada over that any day.
You're Canadian, so yeah.
Yeah, we're funny. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. He still lives in the world of SCTV, so yeah.
Is it Canadian Day today, isn't it? I believe.
Is that today? Is there a Canadian Day?
Is it the 1st of July?
Would that be tomorrow, 1st
Oh,
of
it's
July?
July 1st. Oh,
Well, today, yeah, but it's today.
Well,
it's
for
today,
Craig, it's today, but he's in the
Oh, there
future.
you
my
go.
friend's birthday is July 1st, and I'm like, fuck, did I forget?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm normally about 3 days later, though. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you remembered on the day. You're all right. You still got a bit of time there, so you're all right.
Good hoppy ale is usually used for a batter, Gilbert said, with the fish and chips. I don't like the Grzaski, so I used it in a beer batter once. Worked very well. Grzaski. I eat one time a day, any more, too much food. Seems like intermittent fasting or something.
Yeah.
I have noticed my appetite's come down some where I used to eat, but
Mine's gone up.
I'm okay with that. It goes up when I drink sometimes, for sure.
Yeah,
Right?
get the munchies and stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the
Well, that's the one thing now that I'm back on the East Coast. The East Coast loves fucking diners. So from where I'm at in Maryland up through where Vanessa will be at in Connecticut, you always have stays with diners. Diner food is probably some of the best tasting, but probably the worst you want to go because it's like you get like, meatloaf or something like that, and the fucking meatloaf's hanging off the damn plate. Like everybody's not a truck driver that comes into these places.
And the guy that was cooking it scratches his ass 6 times while he's making it.
Like about hell. Yeah.
I really didn't want that vision about the food I was eating there, but it's like road trip.
Where were we at? Was it when we went day drinking, or you met me and Donnie up after we'd been day drinking, and then we went to the Waffle House?
Day drinking. It's always the best.
See, my brother wants to start day drinking at like 11 o'clock, though, and I'm like, listen, I have like 3 or 4 beers, and I'm fucking.
Yeah, come on, half 11.
When we used to, when we were at
but I'm like, whatever.
WVU game day.
This been a couple weeks ago when we went there.
Yeah, we went to the Waffle House. Do you know what the Waffle House is, Craig?
No.
It's like, it is like.
They would never serve that food in England.
No,
What is it like a Is it like a Belgian diner type thing?
No, not Belgian by any means. It's just
no,
like
it's where all the
it'd be
rapists
like
and the felonists and everybody that can't get a job anywhere go to work.
Oh, right. Okay, I get you. I get you saying.
But it's not I mean, it could be a dangerous place.
the
but,
food isn't terrible. It's just
and you get to watch them cook everything.
the impression of it. Put it this way: like people would tell you, if you go to a Waffle House, go at 3 a.m. when you're shit faced.
Because you wouldn't go any other time.
So let that be the determinant
factor. It's a bit like a doner kebab over here at 3 a.m.
where you're like hammered and you're just trying to.
Yeah, it's like you go with something to eat, and it's like, oh, it's just fucking lovely. You have one sober, it's like, yeah, you know.
I was like, I asked for pancakes and it was like, it's the Waffle House. Oh shit, I forgot. Like I wanted pancakes and I was like,
okay, I love waffles as well. Is that right?
Yeah.
Just don't put the batter in the waffle maker.
I just forgot that they didn't have pancakes. It was the Waffle House, and we were there like after break. It's like, yeah, that's what I want.
When we went to the Waffle House, though, it was late. We were drunk, and literally 2 of the workers about got in a fucking fist fight.
That can happen at Waffle House, not just Walmart. That can happen at Waffle House.
Can I have my waffles?
I out the manager the whole time. She was like,
all right.
"Look her and say it to my face."
Yeah,
come on, bitch. And I was like, "Oh my god, what the hell?" She's in the manager.
If anyone kicked off, if I went over and someone kicked off like that, I'd be like, are they gonna have a fucking gun or shit or what's you know?
I mean,
I'll be shitting myself.
In some states, it is a possibility.
Yeah.
Well, but I don't want to go into that. But anyway, because that's been relevant lately. I'm not.
No, it is. No, because I went grocery shopping like last week with my daughter. And my daughter's 17 years old, and we're one aisle apart, and I didn't even think about it until she wasn't with me. And when she came back to me, and I'm not an overprotective mother at all, but I was like, listen, Kylie, I'm like, don't like separate from me. I'm like, because what if there was a shooter here or something? You know,
isn't that weird? You have to think that when you go to the store nowadays. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's a different world to where I am.
It's
I mean, here it's like you go somewhere, you see somebody that looks kind of shaky. You gotta
get
to watch them.
I'm just thankful, like I didn't grow up in the time that it is now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Kids doing shooter drills at school.
Yeah, and that's what they say about these students now. Like they went through the same drills that these kids are going through, so they know what to do.
I'm not being funny. It doesn't matter what side of the line you are with all that.
Right.
That can't be fucking right.
Exactly.
No, exactly.
I totally agree.
I mean,
do you know what I mean? I'm not. You know.
Oh no,
that can't be right.
No.
Shouldn't.
No.
I think that's a common area for.
But then
everybody.
If you agree with that part, then
it's a matter of how you handle it. Is what the differences are.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers.
Everybody. No.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some people that everybody kind of feels like kids should be that kind of situation, but then it's kind of like there's your faction that says, well, we should arm the teachers, or we should do other stuff, or people, homeschool their kids. It's all different factions, but
our children should be safe. Period.
They should be safe. That's what everybody kind of agrees on. It's just how they're addressing it, and everybody has their different opinions and stuff like that. And everything.
You can't have a different opinion.
I think the worst thing
if you think that's right, if you think that's wrong, that kids should be doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you're on the same side as most other people.
Yeah, mostly everybody's in that same boat. Like they think it's wrong.
You know what I mean? So therefore, your other opinion on that is you're done. Because you
exactly.
Think that's wrong. That's the way I.
I think you're right there. I just think it's the solutions to how to handle it is what's different for people, and it's the thing that made Uvalde different. I don't want to get too deep because people are trying to get. I don't fuck anybody's buzzes up when they're drinking and enjoying the show. But the thing that made Uvalde different was the fact that you had police in this hallway for like 50-something minutes. Even when you believe the police are supposed to act, they don't act, and not just for the kids affected there, but kids
I don't know. I mean, I've had this conversation online.
Kids around the country.
Yeah.
I try not to go there these days. It's just because you're never going to agree. You're never going to agree.
Go there, no, but if we don't go there, nothing's ever going to change.
Well, no, but
And
I agree with that as well. I don't know.
Yeah, because I'm like, I don't want to take everybody's guns away, but I'm also kind of like, I don't think we should have semi-automatics. But I'm also like, I have one gun and I don't even know how to use it yet. I would gladly give that gun up if I knew another child would never be shot. I'm like, and I'm not saying if you don't agree with me, doesn't make you a bad person. We just have difference of opinion,
No, and that's it.
Yeah.
The trouble with that is you can't have a difference of opinion. That's the trouble. It goes beyond that, and I think that's where the fucking problem is.
Right.
But I mean, I'm just a silly English guy. I don't know. So,
but that's where people have to talk it through to try to get to a solution. So
yeah, I've had this conversation. Oh, what do you know? You're from the UK and all that. I'm like, whatever.
I'd be like,
I'm like, no, okay.
Problems.
It's good to hear from somebody that's not in the States, to hear somebody else's on the outside's opinion. You know what I mean? Like somebody that's not.
Well, I just don't want to get fucking hurt. Like, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. No, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm saying that's
we're saying that it's glad we can see.
No, but not saying to you, but
yeah.
To other folk that the right to bear arms and like, well, yeah, but
people are just too worried about being right, and they don't give a shit about people.
But then they come out with, oh well, people die in a car crash. It's like, we're going down that road.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like
don't divert from what we're talking about.
You're always going to have this.
You're always going
to have the straw man arguments. So, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like that's just a losing fucking load of bullshit, if you ask me. But.
Right.
Yeah, you're just driving it to where you want it to be.
It's a car.
Yeah, that's when people say that, they want to be right, so they're going to try to say whatever. Bullshit.
Yeah, they divert you, and I'm not talking about fucking cars.
Right, exactly. They're redirecting you. That's what they're doing.
Well, they're trying to justify their view, if you like.
Yep.
So Chaz,
that's the way I
for making the night entertaining as well. So.
But anyway, sorry about it. I didn't want to go into it.
Don't be sorry. Sorry.
You
know what I mean?
Don't be sorry. So this is what we do on Thursdays.
Oh yeah, I love deep conversations. I love naughty and deep conversations.
How about rather the cooking show on how to make beer cheese? I would have no idea how to make beer cheese.
I did how to make beer cheese.
I did a video. I did a video making beer chili one time.
Let's do more naughty. Change the subject then. Come on.
I'm trying to get to the comments.
Sorry, mate. It's me. I'm waffling on. So.
That's all right. No, you're good. It's just when you're live, you have to get. Because I hate.
I get it.
I hate when I see live streams and people don't get to the comments. It's like, why are you even live? You must have just recorded it.
Well, it's your fault, Rod.
Yeah, well, it always is. It always is.
No, it's usually mine. That's being gentlemen.
But as for Todd, I told Todd numerous times he needs to make a YouTube channel, but he won't do it because Todd can do a lot of different cooking stuff that he does. And he wouldn't do too much. He can just set up the camera and grill and just talk while he's grilling, and people will just sit there watching him grill the stuff. And
listen to me bitch in the background.
Right?
Yeah.
Shine would probably bring you more subs, just her bitching in the background. So,
probably would, actually.
You gonna turn that meat? Where's the
bitching at?
No, I'd be like, I'm fucking hungry, goddamn. Where's my food?
Y'all get shows anymore while she's working.
Yeah.
When you're doing that.
Pour the Sawdust City Juicing New England IPA. Gilbert likes to turn it up on Thursday nights as well.
Nice.
Being corn-fed is making for some weirdos. My family got kicked out. LOL.
I don't know what these are.
Yeah. Aftershock was created in 1997 in Canada by the Jim Beam Group. The flavored liqueur shot that comes in 5 varieties. Number 1 is red cinnamon. Yeah. I probably did drink that back some point.
I remember Aftershock used to be in it was like a clear, squarish type bottle. Is that right? Is that right, Craig? Is that how you?
Yeah, like green and fucking red.
Almost kind of looked like the bottle was frosted or frozen or something. I feel.
Drink. Let's see what it looks like.
Yeah, I think green. Red. Red.
Is this side the camera? Yeah.
Oh, I do. I do have.
Right.
I have seen that.
I remember the days. Yeah, Jesus.
I don't really remember that.
I
Here's the blue one.
I think it was sitting next to
blue one. Yeah, I thought it was a green one. Perhaps that was apple sours or something.
Well, there's probably a green one too.
It was like Mad Dog, Aftershock. They were all in the same aisle.
They're awful. They're fucking awful, bro.
Yeah.
So I used to drink Sambuca. That was one of my things.
I've never even heard of Sambuca.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get a lighter and you flame it, and then it sticks to your hand and all that, and then you get the blue flame. It's like fucking knock it back, warm. It's like
That sounds
Yeah.
dangerous.
But I used to love back in the 90s.
Yeah, I used to drink bottles of that shit.
I used to love back in the 90s when the bars used to do Dr. Peppers, and then
Yeah.
they started shutting them down when they couldn't do Dr. Peppers anymore. And 151, they stopped making it because of all the fire hazards that would break out. But there's nothing like a pyramid of flaming shots on the bar to get somebody's attention.
Well, they were flaming shots. These were, Sambuca. That's what they were.
Crazy.
Yeah, see, they used the 151 rum for
Was that
Dr. Peppers.
At Thunder
They were
River?
good too. Tastes just like a Dr. Pepper.
We
You literally would get lit too.
Yeah, we used to do a bottle of that
Oh
night.
God, Rod, you need to like write this shit down and make a dad joke.
Yeah,
I need
we used to do a bottle of that
I need
night.
Shannon's
This is
notebook.
the early 2000s. This was, so we used to do a bottle a night each.
Yeah.
What was there, 2000?
10, 15 pints of lager and a bottle of that. Yeah, you was lit.
That was a good night.
Yeah.
Don't take English lessons from Peaky Blinders, Gillers.
You can learn something from everything, Eric.
There's a lot of good ESBs in Ontario. Nickelbrook makes it a great one, but discounted. Yeah, I used to get some Nickelbrook, but I never picked it up when I had a chance to back in Cincinnati, so I haven't seen it since coming here. Canada Day is in 2 hours, hoser. So yeah, it is July 1st.
Canada Day,
Yeah.
Canada Day,
I don't know what Canada Day is supposed to be. If it's like, I mean, I feel like, see, here's the thing with Canada. Canada has a Thanksgiving because we have a Thanksgiving, I think. Like, we have a Thanksgiving because the Pilgrims actually landed here. I don't know what Canada has their Thanksgiving. So we have an Independence Day. All of a sudden, they have a Canada Day right before Independence Day.
Quit judging Canada.
Canada, as much as they want to separate us, they're still the room above the meth lab, is all I'm saying. They try to be separate, but they're really not. They're really not. They're still part of us.
But at least they're not the meth lab, Rod.
Oh, but the fumes get up there. They're
at least
once in a while, they become the meth lab. You hear something like Canada, like that is such an American thing to do. Such an American thing to do.
Yeah, but then hot air rises, so that's
Exactly. So they have to pick it up at some point.
Rod, have you had this one?
But
I have had that one. I've actually got the review coming on that one too.
I'm going for a Jimmy. So
what's a Jimmy?
a Jimmy Riddle.
Huh?
He said I'm going for a Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy Riddle.
Is that a beer?
Piss.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy Piddle.
I'll say it can be used in many
But
different
he
ways.
says piss, but piss is getting drunk. So it's
It's Cockney slang. It's Cockney slang. So.
Have you ever seen like something like snatch? Like it's just code words for stuff like.
I have a question for
You're
you.
thinking way too hard.
But what was your thing about the brewery? You were
What?
going to say something about a brewery earlier. This is why I tell Shannon to bring the notebook. She doesn't bring notebooks.
Well, I brought a fucking notebook last time, and I had like 5 pages of shit that I never got.
Which
to
was
see.
awesome.
Right there.
No. My question was.
Shout out to EB as well. Cheers, homie.
So as far as a brewery, would you? I've probably asked this before. Like, do you go because they have a good beer, or do you go because they have okay beer, but they have a great place to hang out at?
I don't really actually. It's funny because I actually don't go to breweries as much. I prefer to drink at home now. So if I go to a brewery, it's just because one, I'm like in the area, I want to see what they got there. Like some of the breweries here is just kind of popping in now to experiment. There's a couple of breweries I've seen I haven't been to yet, but it's more to check them out. But like when I was in Cincinnati, there were some breweries I would go to because I favored their beers and I wanted to go because I've had their beers.
Yeah.
Kind of situation. So, but most of the time it's curiosity when I go to a brewery nowadays.
Yeah. I can have a good time anywhere. So I'm like, Our Lady just has like such a good like area and like
I think that would be a
just a
cool
full
brewery to
place.
visit. Yeah.
Like their beers probably aren't the best, but I've got one and Nicole works there, and I don't even have to ask her. She just puts the beer in front of me, and she knows what I like.
Yeah, she just pours it.
And then when I'm getting low, she just puts another one in front of me. Like
yeah. Well, it's like for me, it's a little different now than when I would go. Like if I was going to go, like when me, Todd, and Joe and Eric, we all got together and stuff. It was like I feel like I had to shoot video, so it's like it becomes a YouTube thing when I'm there because I want to capture the experience and all that kind of stuff. So it's almost like I kind of get caught up in that sometimes, rather than just going and hanging out and having fun. But,
well, you need to go and hang out and have fun more.
but if it's fun and it's on video, people will love it. It's great. It's great to share stuff out so people know about that experience. So I look at it every time I go to this place. I kind of look at it like you do. Now, when I bought beer here, I don't usually do it at the beer stores. Like I thought about that before. Like then I'm like, I don't want to walk around the beer store like with a camera in hand and trying to do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But when I did that Jungle Gyms, people loved it. Like when I shared Jungle Gyms online and shared those videos. So
it's getting light here.
What are you doing up so late?
I just fancy it tonight. It's just
you know, Craig was a vampire.
I used to do this all the time, but yeah, being a vampire.
Well, we're glad you did it tonight.
Yeah, Greg used to always be on it, like the sun was coming up. There's the sun. Yeah,
it's just starting to get a very dark blue out there. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Are you getting sleepy?
Yeah. No, not really.
You're a deep thinker, aren't you, Craig?
Oh yeah.
What's your zodiac sign?
Here we go.
I don't know. I don't believe it. I don't know.
Well, you don't have to believe it.
What Aries? It's Aries just.
Aries. Yeah, you don't. I mean, I could maybe see some Aries in you, but like, I don't believe in anything 100%. So like, I just think it's
I think I'm just 23rd of March, so I think it's just by a day or two.
Yeah. If you ever try you eat at Waffle House, if you're a white Yankee, you eat at Denny's. Listen to Ice Cube for info.
When we first started dating, we used to get off of work at 5 o'clock in the morning and go eat at Denny's.
It's like the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah, Denny's isn't even open anymore now.
Yeah, they got Denny's in the Northeast and stuff.
Okay, if you have a draw, you eat at Waffle House. What if you eat at both?
You don't see what he's saying. If you're in the North, you go to Denny's. If you're in the South,
like draw like an accent.
Because it's like White Castle and Crystals. They're separated. Like in the North, you have White Castle. In the South, you have Crystals.
I'm out of this conversation. I don't have no idea.
Yeah, it's all geography.
I'm gonna go. Would you say take a Jimmy? Have a Jimmy?
I went for a Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy Riddle.
You don't have a Jimmy part. that I'm aware of. Only Todd can confirm. Well, I mean, only Todd can confirm. So.
And then later, I'm going for a Tommy Tank. So anyway,
yeah.
You can work the Cockney slang out there if you want, but
you said the biggest impetus here that the actionable change is not in the lobbies or anything of that nature, but the gun culture and the overabundance of owners, as well as overabundance of guns. Well, that's going to be an issue there. I mean, it's always interesting when you have stories of people turning in their guns, but I'm like, it's not making as much of an impact as people would kind of like to see. But I don't know. I've shot guns. I know people that have guns, and it doesn't really bother me. It's more the responsibility of the part, being responsible with the guns, and that's where it's a lack of it. It's like people getting a gun. Kids, 2-year-old gets in their parents' thing, gets a gun and shoots the mom or something like that, and it's just like, how do you not lock these guns up with these kids around the house? You know?
Right.
It's like, be responsible. You know. Over says there was a mass shooting just north of me at college. Mental illness is off the rails anymore. Yeah, but mental illness becomes an easy scapegoat though too. Like some people, I just think Shannon be like, oh, I don't think anybody's born. Like some people are just born to fuck up shit. I just feel like, well, they're not born to fuck up shit. They're in an environment that causes them to kind of get into that mindset. I think when
I think you're right the first time though. It's just a scapegoat kind of thing, like.
With the mental illness, I think it's a scapegoat type of thing. Yeah.
Were we talking about guns and mental illness?
Just mental illness being kind of a escape. It's an easy excuse for people to say, mental illness.
It's kids. It's usually.
It's not kids. It's adults. The guy that shot the Las Vegas shooter was a grown ass man.
They were kids once. So.
But the majority of, because after this last shooting, like I did a deep dive into it, and like, what do all these what's it all have in common? And it was like, I don't know, like 85% of them were males, like 18 or younger, or 18, 19 years old. And those were and it's just like, and I'm not saying, maybe they are a little touched, but nobody teaches people how to deal with their emotions anymore.
Well, guns are easy to access for a lot of areas.
Yeah.
Too.
And
I think change is
Do
definitely
you
the right
think?
direction. Yeah.
Do you think education has got any kind of thing to do with it?
Oh,
Absolutely.
I can tell you, it's education and economics.
Ugh.
People don't get the education they need, and people that are more impoverished areas, they don't have the economics, and they turn to different directions for stuff. And it's kind of like if you ever see the movie Higher Learning that John Singleton did
Oh my God, I love that movie.
with the character that's played by Michael Rappaport.
Yes.
Kids that fall through cracks and they get picked up by other groups that want to fuck up shit, or if you see some of the inner city stuff, like, Boys in the Hood, where it's kind of like, that's the area. And if you got to get away out, there's a video I was going to put on the reaction channel. I haven't done it yet, but it talks about,
there's some really
things
amazing
that happen if you go into the inner city, and you could tell a kid, don't do this, don't do that. But if somebody waves $40,000-$50,000 at them to do something bad, they don't know anything better, they're going to go in and do it, because
or if
they need that money. So
accepted by somebody.
Not only that, but I think the news exposure, social media, in a sense, like they feel like they become famous even though they're not there to see it, but their legacy of sense.
But I think
and they'll spend weeks talking about it on the news for a long time after the fact. It's like, don't glorify it. It's almost glorified.
There's a thing where it can be glamorized, and they know that's out there now. But even when they kind of do that, like some of these people that do stuff and they have these letters, they find it's like there was other times before that where people were basically crying out for help that nobody was there, to really address as well. But social media amplifies it, and they say they're trying to get better at that. But the shooting, I think it was the one that was in Buffalo, I think was that the one being framed? Where they shut it down for a bit, and
that was in a shopping mall, wasn't
it? Yeah, at a grocery store. And some of these, they take place, and before it takes them a while to catch up and try to shoot some of these things.
I heard about it,
people watching it. Like, other people are watching it actually happen. They're not doing anything.
I heard about that, and I messaged Joe straight away. I was like, "Fucking you right, son?"
Yeah, and it's just there's. But unfortunately, it's like kind of the world that we're kind of in. It's almost like you have to keep your head on a swivel and pay attention to shit.
But do you agree with this? Because this is what it boils down to me, for me, which I know it's way more complicated than this, but it's like hurt people hurt people. I'm like, people that are hurting hurt other people.
I would say there's a good point to that. I mean,
I know it's not the only thing. There's way more layers to it, but
if you kind of look at cases where it's like I would say if you look at stuff like sexual abuse type things, a lot of times they find out those people that did it were actually abused as children and stuff themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
So it can be something that might be instilled in some of them, depending on their background. But you've had people that were pretty much their neighbors of straight laced. Like, you never thought so and so would do this. They've always been this class type act, and sometimes people can just snap, I guess, but it could be some other stuff in their background. I would say you could definitely count for some things that take place.
He was a really nice boy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you're fucking wrong.
Right.
Well, yeah. Those Jeffrey Dahmer neighbors are probably second guessing when he had dinner over his house. I'm just saying. Like, what do we have? Just saying.
No, but I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was being like ironic. But it was this man.
I try not to laugh at that one, but it was bad. It was bad, but it was still funny. It was terrible. I shouldn't have said it, but I don't believe in God, so I don't have to worry about going to hell. So I'm good to go.
Right.
But do you think things are worse now than when we were kids? The social media aspect and the news aspect.
Yes and no.
You didn't have all the cable.
Yeah, but every generation says that though. When
Yeah, I say yes and no. I say yes because some things are amplified more. Like I was saying with social media, more stuff is being covered. We got more exposure stuff. But I say no because there were still acts being done to people that just weren't.
You just didn't
talked about or hear about. You still had things.
I don't know that it's necessarily any dangerous now than it was then.
I had one of my buddies in college. He grew up in Atlanta. He as a kid, he was terrorized by the Atlanta child murders that took place back in the day. When he had to be at home waiting for his parents to show up after school and had all the doors locked, and he literally would sit there with his dog and have like a knife nearby in case something were to happen. I mean, he had to grow up with that. That's what he grew up with. You know, when he got to college, he was like a black belt in karate, a black belt in kid. He had all these different things. He had a gun, he had all kinds of stuff. But I feel like because of what happened as him as a kid led to him to be more protective of himself as he got older. So,
but do you think like if
that's a natural thing though, you know?
Yeah.
Like if things now media wise were the same as it was 50, 30, 40 years ago, do you think we'd have the problems we have now?
No, because media back then didn't try to make people hate each other. They just reported the facts. The media makes
I know.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean,
I feel like it's just setting up for the next person. Be like, oh yeah.
I feel like back then the media
you know
also still
like
the media still had issues back then. They still controlled some narratives.
No, they did. They did. Just saying like
it was a different world. I mean, everybody could sit around and watch Walter Cronkite kind of feel comfortable about what is happening because he was like one of the last straight-laced type people you could watch on the news.
An actual
that would give it to you straight. He was an actual journalist.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and then after him it was like Tom Brokaw who was solid, right? And then media started getting operated by corporations because now you have like corporations.
You got 24-hour news. You got 24-hour news now, social media.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you have but the difference is you have 6 corporations that own 92% of the media now in the country.
Yeah, so and everyone's got a mobile phone with a camera now, and that kind of thing.
That's what I mean. Like, in a sense, like it's just.
But even back then, you still had the stories that would still play like races against each other on different things and stuff like that. That you would still see get pulled up. How a black person commits a murder, how that's covered versus a white person committing a murder. That was still happening. But now it's more and more amplified. And I think part of that is more with the changing of the country as well. So
it's
now,
good and it's bad.
Because this is like the first time, like, if you're a white person in America, that you're actually looking at where you're going to be considered a minority in the next 15 years or like that. So that's actually going to, I think that could be a part of it, driving. So it's a whole big discussion that has to take place on where we're at and everything. It's funny. Like I told people before, it's like you can watch TV and you'll see specials like, you know, what it's like to grow up black in America, what it's like to grow up Latino in America, what it's like to grow up, but you never see what it's like to grow up white in America. Because there's stuff being reacted to there, but it kind of gets just passed over on stuff.
Right.
And unless you have everybody having discussion points out there, you're not going to really get to the crux of the problem and fix it. And
I don't like the word minority though. I don't like it.
Right. It shouldn't exist.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, right? Like everybody's pretty much like an Englishman or Englishwoman or whatever.
Well, it's just whatever.
You know, but here, you know, but you got to remember, America is still young. America is still only, you know, a few hundred years old compared to England, compared to France, compared, you know, to other countries around the world. It's just like, you know, we're in toddler stage.
I just try and get on with people. That's minorities. Just, you know, I just get on with people.
Yeah, and that's a good way to do it. I mean,
that's the way I look at shit.
Yeah, I love talking to different people from different things because you know you learn and you hear different things and you get different perspectives and all that kind of stuff too. And
I love.
And if you can have legitimate discussions, that's how you make things better. Because someone says, well, "I never thought about this. I never thought about that," and
well, no, I didn't think about. I'm like, okay, I didn't know that, or think that, or look at things that way, and or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, think about you watch the news nowadays, and
I try not to if I can help it.
Well, if you're watching the nightly news, you hear a lot of times about a lot of the inner city struggles, which are actually there, but you can't tell me there's not people in rural America that are struggling too, but you rarely see them on the news a lot of the time, right? And they've got issues that they feel aren't being addressed as well.
Right.
So that's going to build up animosity for that group, you know, for instance. It's the whole balance thing has gotten out of whack, and that's where
sometimes I do feel the media kind of certain.
Well, when I was a journalist,
certain key words
they would say the leads and
leads. It's like, why do you need to use certain words?
Right.
It can provoke people into potentially.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like, just fucking stop with these words.
Yeah.
That's what, it's really hard to piss me off and make me argue with you. Like, I'll have conversations with people and I'm like, we'll start talking about politics and I'm like, okay, Like I have my beliefs. I want to hear why you believe the way you believe.
Yeah, I try not to talk about politics, especially online.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Or in a pub is the fucking when there's drink involved, religion and politics.
with the alcohol.
See, I love
Don't fucking. I can't be doing with it. Not when you've had a beer.
when you're going into it, wanting to win. That's the problem. Like,
yeah,
because I love to talk about religion and politics. Just
no,
because,
they are interested, engaging in
I
conversation, but
I never get in an argument with anybody about it. Like,
well, you've been lucky, I reckon.
Just like
I don't know.
I mean, it depends. It depends where you're at. It depends on the crowd and stuff. I mean,
you're never going to get on with everyone, are you? When you start talking about these things, so
right. You're always going to have like a dissenting views or whatever. Which is fine.
But some people are really.
It's
like,
fine if you have.
Do you know what I mean? It's like I can't be doing with that.
And,
well, those are the ones you can't really talk to about at all.
And I'm like,
no.
I can usually kind of tell like if it's going to get, and then I'm just screwing myself in the situation. Like this conversation isn't going to go anywhere.
No, it's fair enough.
You know,
like,
there's a time where you cut bait at a certain point.
The trouble is though, once you've had a few beers, you can be like, "Hey, I'm not backing down," and all that shit.
Right.
And then that's where it gets a bit fucking stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
It progresses really quick.
Yeah, you get a bit braver. It's like going to the casino and we had a few beers. Fuck it, we'll put it all on black. You know, it's
I agree
like,
with you. I do.
True serum.
Well, let me get the rest of these comments here so I can. I'm
sorry,
Shannon.
I won't talk about abortion with people. I will not talk about.
Oh,
I will get pissed off about that.
We hit all the hot buttons tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna bring it up.
Yeah, anyway. It's all these downers, uppers, everything. Well, we've been overprescribed as a country for a long. I mean, back in the '90s, the whole ADHD rush that schools were going through, like, oh, put this kid on the drug, or like the kid's not being challenged in school. That's probably why they're acting up.
Right.
So,
they're smart.
You know, they started overprescribing and it leads all kinds. Then we got the other drugs that are out there. So yeah, pharmaceutical. That's what makes the pharmaceutical industry so strong and why we can't get shit done again. So most of the time, drug control's up with the black market. Yeah, I mean, you can limit some stuff, but you're always going to have like a black market on kind of
you got to start
like
somewhere
too. But
pharmaceuticals don't want people being well. So.
No, they don't.
Well, they want to treat that. They want to treat it for as long as they can treat it rather than
be out of business. So
yeah, I mean that's just a business model. That's just you know.
That's half the problem right there. Is that actually.
Yeah, that's up with heroin and cocaine. Either is going to be or for folks when it comes to that human lives. Yeah, I mean that whole issue there, but it is kind of for me, I say it's kind of funny, and it's funny like not laugh funny, but kind of funny thinking funny because in the 80s when black people were getting hit with the crack epidemic, it was like, oh, throw everybody in jail. Then white people started getting the other epidemic, it was like, oh, let's see if we can solve the problem. It's like,
yes,
funny how that works out, yeah.
Exactly.
My ancestors got kicked out of Britain, then the States. Yeah, Gilbert's people had to move around for a little bit.
And there you are. Canada. They accepted you.
Canada's Thanksgiving because of Willis and Canada Days and Brandon of the Day. I'm going to still say you copied us, though, Gilbert. There was no pilgrims. Brits don't sleep till noon.
You're going to sleep till tomorrow, aren't you, Craig?
I'll sleep for about 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. There's no easy answer. It's definitely a mix of issues.
There isn't.
Sure.
There is no easy answer.
Did he in the house with her, Rajay? A little bit of Queen, and the other guy sitting next to her. Cheers.
No, you're so sweet.
Didi says, nope. You just hear about it more due to coverage. Yeah. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that was still going on back then. We can start with race, which is a total construct. True. Media loves to drive a wedge between people.
Yes.
Well, it's not even just the media. And, if you go back and you're looking, one of the books I read years ago was, I still got to finish actually, but I read like part of it was now I can't think of the damn book. But basically, I'd have to grab it. But it talks about the forming of people's history of the United States, I'm thinking of. And like some of the documents and stuff that were shared in the book talking about how the country was formed. And literally, there were letters and stuff from the aristocrat class or whatever about how they wanted to keep like slaves separate from the poor whites and from the Native Americans, because there was always a fear of people banding together, realizing everything.
Yes.
So, people will say media, but in essence, the country was kind of set up that way as well, looking to kind of divide and have like a class type system. And if you look at the underpinnings of capitalism, it's hard to have a capitalistic system if you don't have people that have a back to stand on to help build that system. You know what I mean? So it's all like tied in together. So when you're talking about the media kind of doing it, you're talking about really the media kind of just putting out messages that were already part of the system anyway.
Right.
So all they're sharing that message along those lines. Now, don't get me wrong, the media gets shit out there that definitely gets people stirred up and gets things happening. But at the same point, it's deeper than that. It's deeper, like, we talk about,
for sure.
The things like, Martin Luther King talked about like the looting and stuff like that. People always say, don't be violent, do try stuff like that. Martin Luther King never condemned the rioters when he actually did it, because he said he never could feel that because that's their outlet of pain. He said, if you really want to talk about who's looting the country, you have to look at the corporations and the business. They've been looting forever, and they never get penalized for doing something. So why am I going to penalize someone that's a person with no economic ability in the country versus the ones that do have it and they pretty much do what they want type situation? So it's interesting. I like to read a lot of stuff like that and get involved and kind of check out things. It's just, it's very interesting. There's a lot of knowledge out there.
I would fucking love to sit down across from a table with you and your wife and just
literally you did at one point.
I know.
I know. Just
I could as well. I could really agree. Just have a few beers and just like listen and I'll be in tears and I'll be like I can't even anyway.
But that's why you have to have those dialogues out there. But it has to be done in a respectful way.
I'd listen all day
you
long.
share opinions. You don't bring the judgments. You have to have those open conversations. It's kind of like if you go into surgery, right? You can't just throw a Band-Aid. You have to go in there deep and get all the blood and guts and everything out of it. You can't just tape it up with duct tape and say, "Oh, go about your way." You have to really get in there and do everything.
You gotta dig deep.
And most people are afraid to get in there to find out what the root cause and get bloody and get involved and look to actually stop it. And until people are ready to do that, we're always going to have these situations.
Oh, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But it's going to take like everybody's going to want to have to do that at some point. It's like, people, how do you fix it? You have to actually get in there and say, why are these people doing this? Why are these people doing that? Well, we didn't get this, and blah blah blah, all this different stuff that nobody ever wants to talk about and try to balance back out.
No, just that whole thing of not being able to talk about things is half the problem. It's like, fucking, let's talk about this shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Dee says pharmaceutical companies don't want cures or preventatives. They want long-term treatment, make money in that long game, like 30 years. So loan at 7%. It's a damn shame. Yeah, that's why it's kind of like the whole idea of medical care being privatized. That's what we know as our system. But like say where Craig's at, where it's actually part of the government type system, is that you don't have the greed coming out from the pharmacy type thing if you have it under that system like Craig and them have in England. It's
healthcare is within your taxes you pay.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's like in France, they don't even have sick days. It's just like if you're sick, you just call in and say I'm sick today. And they're like, okay, we'll stay home or blah blah blah. Here, you don't have to worry about. I only got like 20 days this year I can possibly use. It's just
over here. There's lots of these contracts where it depends. Like 0-hour contracts. It's like if you're sick, you can't get paid.
It's stay home, don't spread it.
They want you to stay home, or they want you to come in.
Well, no. If you don't come in, you don't get paid.
Oh,
that's
that's the
way it's going.
But you don't get fired either.
Well, no, you don't get fired. Just can you afford to be sick?
Right. Yeah.
And that's what you have to, you have to have the savings and stuff, I guess. But like here, if you don't go in, you get fired. Like you're like, well, and then people come in and they get the other people sick that are there or something.
You're right.
Well,
But the company wants that bottom dollar.
I mean, may not get fired at first, but you can.
It's a different world. It's a different world by the sound of it. It's just.
My heart is in England. That is where Britain is where my soul belongs.
So how would you break healthcare there, Craig?
Well, no, you pay. It's free. It's because you pay.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, I guess Gilbert could even answer this too, being in
Because he's in
Canada.
Canada, yeah.
Everybody here is always afraid to, it's free. You're going to get shit health care, or you're going to have to wait for 6 months to get, something.
Oh, well, no, it's got like that over here because of the pandemic. There's a waiting list, pretty crazy.
Oh, okay.
Like, I don't know what the last count was. It like 4.5 million on the waiting list for operations and shit.
But it's also like a lot of people in America don't even fucking go to the doctor because they can't afford it. So would you rather be on a wait list for it to not fucking bankrupt you?
Right.
Or would you rather just not go and die because you can't afford it?
I'd want.
Yeah.
Well, in America, it's number one cause of bankruptcies, medical bills.
Yes.
It's just, I can't even get my head around it.
Healthcare is a human right.
Also,
but,
would never trust our government to run the health.
Well,
yeah, they've got a bad track record on doing some things. That's
you're right.
Which is why they had trouble with the COVID and coronavirus shots. Again, it's history.
Yeah, again, it's all down to money. Again, it's like
it is. That's America. Really? All about fucking money.
Yeah, but it's people's fucking health. It's like I can't.
Exactly.
Right. Yes.
But all they give a shit about is money.
Money. I'm drinking the 2022 Optimum Triple IPA from Sierra Nevada now.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question to lighten the mood.
Yes, go.
Have you ever been cock-blocked by a friend?
Say that again.
Are you reading the question game?
Well, yeah.
Okay. I saw the card there.
We can talk about this till 5 o'clock in the morning, American time.
Well, yeah, I haven't got very long to go, so I'm all right.
I know. Have you ever been cock blocked by a friend? Do you know what that means?
No, I don't know what it means.
Okay,
so.
It means that so you like a girl or whatever.
All right. Yeah.
And then your friend comes in and either takes her or ruins the mood and makes you go home.
No, that's different than I'm thinking.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking usually for a guy, like you're about to hook up with someone and someone stops you from hooking up with them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But not just like a girl. Yeah.
Oh, that's happened a few.
Yeah.
A long time
ago. I think all guys pretty much have it. Maybe at some point.
Yeah, they don't get the signs like.
Because then you're like, why did you even bring your friend with you? Like, you got a chance to, and then your friend, Yeah.
No, I've had it.
But it's usually like her friend. It would be the situation.
But we're talking about your friend. Has your friend ever cock blocked you? Prevented you from getting laid?
That wouldn't be a friend I would want to be with. I just be like.
That is a very.
Yeah, it's like.
It's happened quite a few times.
Dude, nowadays it's kind of like you drove. It's like we get an Uber or something.
Not for a long time, but it has happened.
But it's happened.
And it's like. Dude, what the fuck,
Right.
It's like, where are we going? I said, I don't know. It's like things like that.
I'd be like to the guy. I'd be like,
yeah, it's just like.
And then my friend that was cock blocking me. Well, I don't think
medical bills and divorce. Yeah, divorce will put you in bankruptcy too.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, that's why you don't get married. That's why.
There is that little thing, isn't there? So, yeah.
You don't have to like her to be.
No, you don't have to like her. You don't have to like her. That was not part of the question.
C-block game. Yeah. I mean, like I said, usually it's like because it would usually be something like if you were like college or high. It was like you got her, but then her friend is there. It's like her friend's like her friend's like blocking you.
Oh,
it's like you don't have another guy or anything like that. And so her friend's like, "What are you gonna do with
Oh,
and like,
yeah.
"Oh, do that."
There's that situation. There's that situation as you want, and they're trying to pass you off with their mate. And it's like, oh, okay. I used to get that all the fucking time. This has been a waste of an hour. This has been a waste of time.
A female.
I'm not even going to say, but yeah, you get the gist. It's like, for fuck's sake, not again.
You can Trez, you can smoke and drink. I mean, you can get married if you want to. I just technically don't think it's a great idea.
She says that's her husband.
He knows.
I think it's seriously, it's kind of like
ready to be together for 25 years. You know?
How long were you guys engaged before you got married?
We dated for 3, was engaged for 3, and then got married.
Yeah, we only got married because we were going to have a mortgage and I wanted a kid, and it was like 2000 something, like 2003. I'm like, all right, well, maybe we should get married now.
Plus, you're probably entitled to more things as if whatever happened down the line or whatever, then it's kind of like legally binding sort of thing, I guess.
Yeah. I didn't get married because of romance.
Not for that, no, but yeah. Oh, okay then.
I mean,
people saying this is what you should do.
Yeah, I hate it when people tell me what I have to do.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I can imagine.
I mean,
kid might as well get married.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's kind of like, we dated for a year and we were engaged, and we engaged like 5 years or whatever. But it's kind of like you get married. I almost feel like, like people say, oh, yeah, they don't want to live together because they get married. Like, you might want to live together first. I'm telling you, because it changes, So we lived together before we got married and stuff.
We lived together.
And it becomes, in the States, like, it becomes a thing of protection, right, when you get married, more than anything. Because you can legally, if something would happen, the other spouse is covered, that type of situation. But outside of that, you really don't need, like, I know people that have been together for years, and they're just, I mean, Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell never got married.
Yeah,
but for most people, it's that whole protection type thing. If something were to happen, if you weren't married, someone were to die, you're fighting through probate or doing all kind of stuff. So it becomes that whole thing where you just skip that.
Right.
But you definitely, my thing is definitely get to know that person before you actually do it. Live together, do all kind of, you'll be living in sin. I'm like, trust me. There's a lot more sins in the church that they're worried about than you living together.
Well, they always say people that live together before they get married, they're
have a higher divorce rate.
Well, that does not make sense to me.
I've never heard that before.
Oh yeah.
I feel like that would be like.
But I also feel like that is the people that move in together out of necessity, not because they are planning to.
Yeah. Like I can see people that like are.
But I feel like
if the wife has a kid or whatever, like if she's pregnant and they get married because of that, I can see where they might have a higher divorce rate because they're kind of rushed into something.
Yeah.
I feel like
that may be more things happening nowadays. Just saying, it may be bringing the country. Maybe the country may be bringing back shotgun weddings. We'll see what happens.
Driving it first.
Well, you drove me for a long time before you bought it.
I'm glad you said the car, not did the cow analogy, because a lot of people do the cow. You got to drink the milk before you buy the cow. So I'm glad you went with the car instead.
Oh, no. And why would you buy the whole cow for a little bit of sausage?
You don't get sausage from a cow.
Yes, you do.
Sausage from a pig.
Or steak, whatever. Or pig. Listen, I didn't correct you when you said the end of the year earlier. You said it's already the end of the year. And I'm like, I know what he means, but here you are correcting me.
I'm just messing with you.
Oh, it was so good though, dude. Anyway.
I'm sleeping in the backyard tonight.
Again?
Oh shit!
You ain't sleeping back here tonight because it's hot as hell out there.
Shannon always does a mic drop around
here. Yeah. I don't even remember how I dropped the mic, but
she said, "Don't marry and don't." So yeah, that'd be boring if you couldn't do all that. The only thing I hate, like the only thing I don't like about where we're at right now, like I don't have a deck to smoke a cigar. Like I need to. Next place we move to when we settle in is gonna have a deck so I can do some cigar videos.
There you go.
It's usually the fat friend that comes. No shaming.
That's what I was going to ask. That's what I was going to ask you.
Just need a dude to throw it in. Gilbert.
Craig.
That's what I was going to ask you, Rob.
Yeah.
What do you miss your friends from back in Kentucky?
Do I miss my friends as far as being able? I mean. I have like people.
That's the thing about moving, isn't it? It's kind of like one of them sort of things.
It's a whole different type of thing, and like Todd and Shannon, they're right there in Indiana, so we're always doing stuff online and everything like that. So
yeah.
We've only met in person a couple times and stuff like that, but we're always doing stuff here. Trez, I used to work with, who's there to chat. He's back there, but we never got a chance to really do stuff outside of when we used to work. So we were planning to do stuff, and all of a sudden we had to move. So when I go back to Cincinnati, we'll like to try to catch up with him too, and some other people. But yeah, there's some friends I have there, but some of my friends moved too. Like I have a good friend, they moved down to Louisville, so they went down to where Todd and Shannon are, so I didn't see them as much. And
yeah,
I've always been kind of just a pick up and go type of person. So
No, I get that. That's fine.
So I go somewhere.
I mean,
make
it's
new
not for
friends
everyone,
and-
isn't it? That's what.
Yeah.
We're all
No,
we're all different.
some people get really sick, like when they like move and they don't have any. You can easily fall like into a depression or loneliness.
I've moved before, and but the place I've moved to is like, come on now, it was really difficult. People were different, and trying to get, when you're trying to make not friends, but just and stuff, and it was really hard. It shouldn't be hard, and
right. Well, for me, I'm more of an extrovert, but I can see it being tough, like for someone that's an introvert, because for them it's like starting a whole new cycle because they're not used to really going out and talking to people. And I'm in sales, so I talk to people all the time and make new relationships every day. So it's kind of like
extrovert than I used to be.
Yeah,
I used to be really like,
yeah.
Perhaps now different personality than back then. No, it'd be different, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, Craig, if I was at a brewery and you were at a brewery, even if you didn't have your nice accent, I'd be like, that guy looks like he's got some stories to tell. And then you pray like, I wish this bitch would leave me alone.
Yeah. You probably think you're a swinger.
Can't win for losing.
Well, let's go. But no, I mean, they're stories. Yeah. I let there's times and places for certain things, but
right.
That kind of thing. But yeah. Well, I do my own local stream on it. Dependent of beer. I done one earlier in the week and shit. Yeah.
So what part of, like, I'm like, is it England? Is it Britain?
Yeah, England. Yeah. I'm about 65 miles to the east of London. But you know where London is on the map, and
right.
it's just to the east of that.
I always tell Todd, I'm like, I have had to have a past life in England, or then I'll say, the 70s, like 1800s England. I'm like, might have been a past life if I had a past life. And then he's like, so you're a hippie from the 70s, but he's like, makes fun of me because he's like, you feel like all this shit from all these places, but England is like where I feel like my roots are.
Yeah. I think it's weird. I think that this day and age, no one's really happy where they're living.
I mean, I'm happy where I'm living, but I just
there's a lot of people that aren't. But yeah. Well, if you do, that's great. I'm fairly happy here where I am at. There's a lot of people locally who've never been out of the area. It's like, well,
right.
I need to do things.
Yeah. There's always that.
I like traveling and stuff.
There's always that grass is greener thought that a lot of people have.
So, yeah, there is. And then they don't realise. And
see, I don't feel like I have that mentality though, because
you talk about getting out of Indiana many a time.
No, but what I'm saying, like the lottery thing, I'm always like, I would not want to win the lottery because I have enough right now and I'm happy. And if I win the lottery,
there's a lot of problems that could probably come with that.
I'm like, why would I want to screw up what I have? Like, I'm fine.
I'd like to see if I can deal with it.
Yeah, me too. Exactly.
Yeah. I'm willing to give it a go to see what happens.
I like a challenge,
But shout out to Dee. Dee is 30 years next Thursday. So for him and his wife, we'll be 30 years next year. But says it tells me to play golf as I want. Keeper. Oh yeah, meets me in the garage when I come home from work and golf. Wait a minute, who's working? Gilbert said I'm an extrovert, but it really wears me out over the day anymore. Yeah.
No shit, I would have never guessed you were an extrovert.
But but it's funny when you're an extrovert. Like it's kind of like like if I'm an extrovert, like I'm always kind of up and going, like and stuff like that. When I'm at work, it's like go to the office like that, and everything. And there's like days, everybody has days where shit's gonna piss you off, and you're like, don't fuck with me today, right?
You're right.
And then it's like I don't say stuff to people, and people are all around the office. They're like, "What's wrong with Rod?" What's like people are just kind of like coming over. You like what are you afraid of when to flip out or something like that? So it's just like I just don't want to talk to anybody. I got too much shit. But it's kind of like people get all tensed up when they see like an extrovert.
Because you're usually so bubbly, and it's like, oh fuck.
It's when you walk in the hallway, everybody's like going a different direction.
I used to get that, especially where I used to work. It's like, just do one, go.
Yeah.
Just leave me alone.
You leave me alone.
Are you all right? Yeah, if you leave me alone, I'm fine.
Yeah. It's like, I'm not here to cheer you up every damn day of the week. I got shit I got to do too.
Just give me a space.
All right, so Craig was talking about TV earlier. Do you watch or have you seen Ted Lasso?
No, I don't watch loads of telly. That's what I'm saying. Bits and bats, but I have to be in the right mood with TV or series or whatever.
I find like it's harder now to get shows even in. I'm like surprised how much that people say they watch stuff.
It really is.
I was like, how do you have time?
Yeah, but I start watching stuff and I'm like, this is just. I don't want to be wasting my time. It's proper shit. I'm like, I can't. Do you know what I mean? It's like I need something. It needs to grab you. A certain series and stuff. It needs to grab you not fairly early on, but do you know what I mean? Certainly within half an hour, or the first episode.
Right. Yeah. No,
if it doesn't get you on the first episode, it's like I can't. I'm done.
Yeah.
But that's just the way I kind of
No, and you're not wrong there.
Yeah, it's like certain things. It comes
most
back.
of them are like that for me.
It comes back. It's like I DVR stuff all the time. And it's like, when am I going to get around to watching it? Because it's like on DVR, and we had Westworld. Westworld came back Sunday, and I was just like,
don't grab you on the first thing.
Didn't even realize it and stuff. But the wife went up, so we went and watched it because we have like one show we'll usually watch together on stuff to kind of spend some time. But it was just like. Even when I was watching it, I was kind of thinking like of other stuff I still had to do and things. It's kind of like there's always stuff happening.
No,
but you're right; it has to grab you. So that's what I was like. I said, like, even though like watching this last season with Peaky Blinders, like I gotta watch it at some point. But I just finished it after waiting for it to finally come because we didn't get it here to June, and in England it was out in January, so we had to wait here and I had to keep avoiding all the spoilers online and stuff when people were talking about the episodes. It was like, fuck, why can we not get that right now? And then when I finally got it, I didn't get a chance to watch it till like 2 or 3 weekends later because I was busy doing everything else.
Were you talking about Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders, yeah. And like I haven't watched Stranger Things, and I don't have time to really get Stranger Things. And my wife, she's already watching the new part that started tonight, I guess, for Stranger Things.
Too. Like, I just
2.5. We stopped halfway through season 3.
But I will tell you, the Stranger Things pizza they're selling is pretty damn good pizza.
I've heard it was really
good.
If
you see it, I would definitely pick it up. It's pretty good.
It's a frozen pizza, right?
Yeah, frozen pizza. It's pretty good.
That's what I've heard. I've heard it was really good.
Yeah.
A nice pie.
Yeah.
oh, Craig, what do you?
There you go. 23 for Trez as well. So for Trez, congrats.
Nice.
Do you still call it that?
Sorry?
Call what?
What do you call a cigarette over there? Do you still call it the slur that's over here?
I'm not. I know where you're going.
What are you trying to do? You trying to get me shut down?
Say it. I want to know if people.
You trying to get me shut down on YouTube?
Yeah, most people say that. Yeah.
Is there another word
but
that you call it?
But it's not a slur. It's not a slur there because
A cigarette. A cig.
You call it a cigarette over there too.
A ciggy.
But for them, it's not a slur because it's always been that. So
right,
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I like they always say cunt.
I got you there.
You never know with Shannon, Craig. You never know.
No.
We got censor standing by on the button.
Well, at least you held back on that.
I wouldn't say that word.
Well, yeah, but look, people say that all the time over. It's like normal.
But I would not ask you to say it. I just wanted to know.
Look, we just got this developed just for Shannon. That's just for Shannon, just in case.
That's happened to my life.
But no, that's
Technical difficulties.
It's lucky that I know, what certain words mean. And,
right. Well, I'm sure you do. I mean, okay. Did you ever watch? What's the show on Netflix with Ricky Gervais, where
The Office?
Dies?
Oh, the dead people, the Afterlife.
Afterlife.
Yeah. Did you ever watch that? Craig? Afterlife?
No, I haven't.
Is that on Netflix?
Idiot
or
Abroad. I
Prime?
like Idiot
Yes,
Abroad.
Netflix.
Oh, Idiot Abroad is excellent. I wish they would do more with that. That's
I
funny
mean,
show.
Carl Pilkington's one of my favorite, like
Mhm.
just ridiculously funny guys that doesn't know each
Carl
other.
Pilkington. So they did the Idiot Abroad, and he went to go see the Great Wall of China.
Oh, it's just another level funny.
He's down at the wall. He's like, I don't see what the big deal is. Just go down and walk around.
But it's true though. It's just like
He's like
that's
Taj Mahal.
my shit. Well, it's just a fucking wall.
The Taj Mahal. He's like, so he built this for the one wife, but he's got these other wives. So you got to keep building these things if you're building them for all the wives. Like, what do the other wives say? I don't get it.
That's it. Women can rule the world if they want to, because you men are fucking weak as hell for a hot piece of ass. Like, all we got to do is get together, and all the old women is going to be like, listen, we're going to rule the world, and you're going to help us do this. And
yeah, I'll go for it. Yeah.
I don't think that's ever been a secret, though. I mean,
by the time you all are upset and realize, oh, fuck, then we're going to send the next hot young girl in. And then
Yeah,
you'll be like, oh, fuck, again.
It's good while it lasts. It's good while it lasts.
If there was going to be a time to do it here in the States, it'd probably be now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, right, exactly.
No, that's what I was going to say. Because there was a tweet and it said, men are like, they get angry at each other when something happens. They just like start going at it. And they're like, women are like, they're not silent right now, but they're like, well, what are they going to do? And it's like, if you know a woman, they're sitting back. They're making a fucking plan. They're like, they're going to go in when they have a plan.
Oh, come on in.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, but this is my favorite scene, and I'm sure I'm going to fuck it up, from Afterlife. So Ricky Gervais has this nephew, and he's on this playground. And he's walking down the sidewalk to see his nephew, and this little redheaded kid keeps calling him a pedo, because I guess they call him pedophiles instead of pedophiles over there. They call them pedophiles. So this little redheaded bully that's going to school with Ricky Gervais's nephew is yelling over the fence saying, "Pedo, pedo, pedo," and Ricky Gervais goes, "Listen, I'm not, but if I was, I wouldn't go after you, you little fat, freckly, redheaded cunt." Yeah. Oh
Sounds
God.
about right for Ricky Gervais, to be fair.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I love him. He's funny.
It was it's like half an hour. It's like 2 or 3 seasons long, and it is so like funny and touching and just like, oh, it's such a good show.
It hits your feels all around.
It does. It's also
Yeah.
If you ever listen to them when they've done, they used to be they used to have like a radio show.
Yeah.
It's him, Ricky Gervais,
Yeah.
Carl Pilkington, and I can't remember the other guy's name.
They have
it's got
that
YouTube.
I think they made it.
Is that Dolly?
Yeah, but they made it
Dolly!
cartoon and stuff. It's like really cool, really good.
Yeah. It was funny.
Yeah. It's funny as shit. You go on YouTube, there's like Carl Pilkington's diaries and all that sort of shit. Oh man.
Hello, darling. Good to see you. Thanks for swinging by to say hi.
Dolly?
We were wondering, we haven't seen you in so long.
I know. Got a different name every time she pops on.
With your point, Shannon, like I told the wife, I was like, I don't know, like women should get and just start shutting shit down. Like women, if you can take off and call in, take off.
Oh,
women should just start calling out jobs and just across
Men
the country.
would be useless without women.
Oh, it would definitely be. You start shutting shit down.
Like, I mean, we'd be inconvenienced if there weren't men, but we wouldn't be useless.
Yeah. Wait a minute, say it again.
We would be women would be inconvenienced.
If there weren't men.
Look at it.
Oh yeah.
It's
coming up.
Craig, thank you for being here with us.
Cool, no worries.
Wait a minute.
No worries.
It's only like 4:00 there, right?
Yeah, it's
and it's already light.
And your sun rises at 4. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because here it's like 6 something or 5.
No, well, it's
dark.
It was Midsummer's Day like last weekend, so.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, you go further north, it gets light even earlier. So.
Well, that's earlier. We're looking at Rod's window back there, and Todd was like, "Look at his is dark and ours is still light." I mean, I know it makes sense east to west, but it was just like looking
Yeah, but we're not that. Yeah, what 10 hours away, maybe, if that.
Yeah.
Well, what's 5 hours? I don't know.
He's
What's
5 hours.
For you.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
just
don't
make
know.
sure we're on the same time zone.
Yeah.
But deli meat has gone up. I've actually noticed at the grocery store when I go.
Everything has went up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Definitely more.
I went to
I
the
need
shop.
2 jobs.
I went
What
to the
happened to
shop.
your roommate? Get your roommate to buy some deli.
I went to the shop earlier. I used to get
Mhm.
like two litres of milk for £1.40, and it's the same for ages. And then I went up one day. It was £1.50. I thought, oh, fair enough. And I went up there with £1.50 earlier to get the same thing. It's now £1.60. It's gone up like 20p in the last month or so. It's like
So what is
Yeah.
a pound in US dollars? Do you know?
I reckon about $10.50, maybe $11, something like that.
Let me Google it.
I'm guessing it's in that ballpark. I don't know.
Pound to dollar. Just
Fuck, I fucked everything up.
What is the pound to dollar ratio?
a pound is $1.21.
Oh, there
Okay.
you go. So it's not.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, we're pretty close. Like,
So it's roughly.
and
We're usually relatively close to their system, but I remember like back in the like late 80s, maybe early 90s when the dollar had fell and it was so cheap that people were coming to the States from England and they were buying a lot of shit because
Oh yeah,
it was that much of a difference.
It was like $2 to the pound almost.
Yeah, it was like Americans on sale. We're going over to get some shit.
Double your money. It's like happy days.
about healthcare. They were talking about there was somebody talking about going to the dentist, and they're like, I was gonna have to get all this work done, and it was gonna be like all this money. And they said it was cheaper for me to get an airplane ticket to England and get a hotel and get my dental work done than it was to stay here and get the dental work done.
Well,
So
people used to do that. They used to
Yeah.
go over there, no luggage or nothing, just go over, buy a suitcase, buy loads of like Levi jeans and shit, come back, sell them here.
Sell there, yeah.
You go into America for free and making money selling your clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that was like 20 years. That was like 20 years ago. I knew people who'd done that.
Totally happened.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy, you know.
But yeah, Trez, I'm serious. Like women, if they started like Monday morning, if women got together and put their head together to start, I mean, not just women, but you know, as a guy, I support it too. So I'm like, there's a lot of men that would support.
I'm all for that.
Just start calling out at places, start shutting stuff down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm taking this and just like
a
blue flu, so to speak, like they would do with the police, like some type of flu. Like
I'm
not feeling well. Watch how quick that'll be all over the media and stuff.
Yeah,
doing that across
be dominated, that's right, isn't it?
And I'm not saying men don't give a shit because a lot of men do give a shit, but women, like as my job, I'm like, there's people over there waiting for me to come and help take care of them. You know, like I couldn't call in and not go take care of them.
But that's the sacrifice part. That's the part that's going to be sacrificed for people. It's kind of like, I know what you're saying, but that's what I'm saying. So everybody has to have their own levels of what they're willing to do. Yeah. Like some people are going to.
Now, if I worked at the gas station or something else that didn't have to do with taking care of human beings that needed to be taken care of.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It would all depend. It would all depend on the situation. But I'm just saying that power would be out there to be able to do that kind of stuff.
And it's like most women don't want the power.
Yeah, well, that's why. Never mind. I'm not going to get into that. But anyway.
Yeah.
Dollies at a Nestle Quick went up. So, you know, that's how somebody gets cut. They start messing with Dollies, Nestle Quick.
Very quick. No.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah, they're milking.
Survived the Rona. And thank you, Shannon, for your hard work. Oh,
thank God. You all are just the
shit.
sweetest.
I grew up in New Jersey, fucking drinking lead water probably, so I'm not going to die anytime soon.
Right.
I grew up back in the time where we didn't wear bike helmets. We rode in the front seat of cars. We rode on the cars sometimes when we were driving around the neighborhood.
Yes.
You know, we did all kinds of shit. We flipped bikes with no helmet on. We scaffolded across buildings with no safety harness. I mean, we grew up watching Faces of Death and we'd laugh. So, you know, that's my generation, Generation X, baby.
Exactly.
If you can't break us, we just get that much stronger.
Right.
Sister is a nurse, as she said, so very nice.
Cool.
She said she's going to become a pimp, so she's going to be a pimp out there.
Well,
No doubt.
Make some real cash and eat some hoes. Well, I don't know with the change in the law. I don't know how it's going to affect the game there.
Yeah, it's like let's
Make some
not
hoes.
sure on that one.
Play the wings, fries, and the drink. $6.99 is now $10.99. So yeah, definitely paying more. And no hot sauce.
No hot sauce.
How you gonna have wings with no hot sauce? That ain't right. That ain't right. You know what I've noticed coming to the East Coast, speaking of wings? Buffalo wings. Every kind of place I got them at, they'll give you like ranch or blue cheese, but most of them don't have celery. And I'm like, is that a Midwest type thing? Because I've never been to Buffalo to have buffalo wings, but here I'm like, there's no celery.
They'll ask you though if you want ranch, blue cheese, or celery. They'll ask
you.
Yeah. They'll give that as an option. They don't just give it to you, but they'll give it to you if you ask.
I mean, BW3, they do it everywhere because it's like a national type thing, I guess. But most of the places I went to, you'd always have that. It's kind of interesting when I get the order and it's like there's no celery.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering.
Craig, do you all have hot wings over there? Is that a thing?
We get wings,
cents.
but yeah, we different, hot sauces and stuff. So.
Is celery usually come with it?
Nah.
I can tell you don't like celery. Did you see that?
But celery is like, nah. You just
I don't like celery either.
You normally you get a dip or something, it's like all that.
Craig is like, is that it? Craig is like, is that a garnish? Like, what is that green?
I know what celery is, but it's just chew on it all day long. It's like stringy and fucking. Oh no.
I know it is. Like I like it. I could live without it, but I do like it.
It's all right, but it's all right if it's stewed down.
I know
something.
you don't like celery.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I don't know.
If you stew it down in a soup or something, it's all right.
Right? Yeah.
You can build it in America. Get those hoes.
Oh yeah.
Pay that rent. Rent is too damn high. We've seen the reports. Gas price dropped a little bit. So the gas prices here.
I'll be over. I'll help you.
The gas prices here dropped a little bit, but we're about to have a national tax hike. Actually, it goes into effect at midnight. Not national, but
tomorrow.
State tax hike. Where it's going to go up like 18. But it's like people say, "Oh, gas is down 18 cents a gallon." I'm like,
"So my car to work tomorrow, so you can fill it up."
It is here.
I'm like 18 cents a gallon is nothing. I got a 20. I could do 20 in my Grand Cherokee. Times that by 18 cents. That's like fucking a candy bar. Like people get all bent out. It's like. If you look at our gas prices around the world, we're actually still really low.
I was going to say something there, but you've nailed it already. So
yeah, it's like people don't put it into perspective. Like versus other places, like there's countries that are paying $8, $9, $10 a gallon of gas and stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah,
and higher.
We pay by the liter over here,
yeah.
So it's about £1.90 a liter over here.
Yeah.
So you work that out into a gallon. You can work that out, and you can stop. You can pipe down a bit, really.
Yeah, right.
So, just saying.
Yeah, I got friends out in Cali. They're paying $6-7 a gallon right now, and they're like, they hear about people on the East Coast paying $5, and they're like, seriously, like. Same thing like Craig said, like you guys can shut up out there because we're paying $7 a gallon. You guys are paying $5. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say is like you talk about the tax thing for the gas tomorrow. Indiana is one of those that is going to go up.
So you guys are going up like us in Maryland, okay?
Kentucky, they passed on it. They're not gonna increase theirs.
It's weird, isn't it?
First world problems.
So I work in Kentucky, so I'm like,
they do suck. You're right. Now. I'm not a big fan of BW3 anymore.
I mean,
as far as the wings, although I will say BW3 does have a good Nashville hot chicken sandwich. At least last time I had it there.
Their sauces are good, but their wings suck.
Yeah. Their wings are kind of like some. I don't know where they get their chicken from, but it's kind of like they're kind of some beat up chickens that they have the wings for. Like
I feel it's like Tyson, like frozen Tyson wings that you can just get at the grocery store.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes there's hardly any meat on it. Like, what was this like? Did he even give a chance to this chicken to grow up? Like this chicken is like
right. Yeah, right.
Still, it's like a chick. It's still a chick. It's not even a full chicken.
Where's the rest of it?
Yeah.
fucking steroids or something. Right? Yeah.
Oh, it's like the poor chicken had that shoe like people used to have where they had to step up because their one leg was shorter than the other.
Skin and bone is like, come on.
I'm sorry, Shan. I had to throw that in there. I know Shan's giving me a sad face.
No, I went to high school. And a teacher, we had a teacher that was that way.
One leg
Yeah.
shorter.
Yeah.
We're talking about chickens, not your teeth.
No, I know, but I had a teacher that was that way. It was like,
What are you talking about? I'm just trying to get the thread here.
If there is a hell, there's going to be a hell of a part. You never seen like there are times when someone might have a leg that's shorter than the other
No,
one.
I get that bit.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Leg. You're talking about legs. Okay.
They wrote a place in Jersey called the Pub. Fucking expensive. Really? Where was that place at in Jersey? You know, I'm back in the East Coast now, so Dolly's actually up outside Pennsylvania from where I'm at.
You can't be far from Matt, can you? Neil?
No, Matt is actually about 3.5 hours from me, I think.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
That's very close. Yeah.
Actually, I talked to Matt on Facebook last month. So this upcoming month, I think you probably saw my post where I was starting to root for Everton and soccer. So they're actually playing Arsenal here in Baltimore in July. So Matt's actually thinking about
Arsenal. He's
thinking about coming down for that as well. So we might try to get together. But I'm thinking that I have to check to see because it might be the weekend when I'm in Ocean City, but I'm not sure yet. But I would love to go to that game because it's basically a 10-minute walk from me to the stadium.
I think that the way it's going, they're going to have a fair team next season.
Yeah.
If you're into soccer.
Peter was happy that I chose Everton. He was happy, and Dan was happy. Western Canadian reviewer. A couple people were like, "Why'd you choose Everton?"
Dan was on my chat earlier. Funnily enough,
yeah,
he's a really nice dude.
So, are we talking about soccer or football?
Same thing. Depends what country you're in.
What are you two talking about?
Soccer,
football.
Football. See?
That's why I'm asking because he did say football.
Well, no, this is the same thing. Now.
I know. That's why I'm asking the
I
question.
said depends on what country you're in.
Oh
It's like who's on first.
Exactly.
There was a fly in the salad bar. Oh, flies are going to get in, but you know.
Whereas they're talking about soccer.
At least get a bit of protein.
Yeah, just a bit.
No, what was it? So our daughter has her bathroom and my
bathroom. This is all BS on the tax stuff. We're about to give $800 million more,
and she cleaned her bathroom
to Ukraine.
And so I went down,
which obviously,
and there was a centipede crawling.
We want Ukraine
and I was
to beat Russia or to end the whole Russian conflict, but at the same point, we're throwing all these other dollars outside of the country, and it's like people are struggling here. So,
yeah. Anyhow, I'm going to.
You got to be tired.
I do a little bit, but yeah, I'll just
go to bed when the sun comes.
I'm going to go to bed and I'm going to ship out and.
You gonna make breakfast for your little girl?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Oh shit! You got your kid now, so like you stayed up.
Oh yeah, yeah, not long. Yeah, I'll do some scrambled eggs or something. So.
No, Craig, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I'm glad
it's been a while, so yeah, it's just always enjoy it when I can. So I was like, let's do it. Come on,
like this conversation made me aware that like you're more than just your sexy accent.
You're not just an object anymore, Craig. Just saying.
Anyway, you take care. Have a good 4th of July weekend, then I guess.
You too, brother. Well, I'll probably be around if you go live this weekend. If y'all haven't checked out Craig on his channel, Camp Beer Reviews, check him out. But if you're going live again this week, I know you sent me the thing before and I get a chance to get on. Definitely look to catch up.
Yeah, I might be tomorrow night.
Yeah, let me know. I should be around everything. So, in fact, I probably will be around. So.
Okay, cool beans. Nice one. Take care,
brother. Take care, brother.
Good seeing you. Yeah.
See you later. Cheers. Take care.
Cheers.
Just love him.
Always great having our English correspondent on.
Yes.
Because we're international. So, not just Canada, but we're in England too.
No, he's international.
We're not international.
I don't want Gilbert thinking he's the only international person we have.
Come on. Blake, is Blake out there?
I think so. I don't know.
Let me see here.
He was.
Broke all the time. He says, "Yeah, you got to get that pimp game working." So I am Raisin very popular at Panera Bread. I haven't been at Panera Bread in ages.
Yeah, they do really have good. They really do have good ingredients because it's like I'm not when I get a salad, the chicken is you can taste the freshness. It's like when you get a farm egg.
I've only had it a couple times for lunch at work, but
There's
I don't even know what the processed chicken feet made into paste.
Well, I'm telling you, you don't until you have fresh.
Is that the BW3? In Ontario, it's about $1.90 to $2.10 a liter. Whew. All you need is BW wing sauce. You can make your own. I mean, I tell you what, anybody that doesn't have an air fryer should get an air fryer because you make your own wings in the air fryer. You sauce them how you want them. You can sauce them. You can dry rub, or you ever much better than going to BW3 or a lot of wing places.
Yes. But their sauce is pretty good, but the wings, not so much.
Yeah.
I think I've only been to BW3s like maybe twice, ever.
Hey, Shannon, they took our podcast idea that they got on Amazon Prime. Let's see. Yeah, they did have that out there. We talked about that before, but you haven't been here, Dolly. But they do sell that now.
No.
Sue them.
Dolly, there's this thing, and they're called
pepper wipes.
No, it's for women. And I should try to not be so vulgar, but I was like, they should make something called
Try not to be so vulgar. This would be good.
Yeah.
Too late.
They should make a cum sponge because, after he got his vasectomy and then I had to deal with all the mess all the time. But they do make something, and I bought them, and it's like this medical grade sponge, and they're kind of expensive, but you stick it up there, and it just like, you're good to go. It's amazing. Can't remember what they're called, though. I know the website's called Awkward Solutions, but I can't remember. They're called drip sticks. Drip sticks.
The things I learned on my own channel. I tell you.
I was say, I'm on this show where you get the broad range of.
People are uncomfortable.
I love my own channel where I'm a guest. That's awesome. I love that.
You're right.
I'm sorry.
Welcome to your own show. Welcome to your own.
Crystal wing sauce. I haven't had the Crystal's wing sauce. Oh, wait a minute. I've had Crystal hot sauce before. Crystal sauce is shit. Yeah. Kept them natural as they look. Bone pieces. Talking about the wings. Put that on my eggs today. Love me some Crystals. Nice to meet you, Craig. Yeah, Craig's a good guy. He has fun live streams as well.
Yeah, Craig is
sweet.
JT subbed to Craig tonight. Awesome.
Craig's fun.
Yeah, you'll enjoy stuff there. He didn't wear his hat tonight though. He usually has his hat on, so
he shouldn't. He's got hair.
He'll have it on tomorrow. He'll have it on tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I might wear my hat if I go on his thing tomorrow.
That sound like so.
I got a hat from England too, so I might wear that tomorrow if I go on this channel. I sound like Barry White. So long, Craig. He just fucking tried. Very white, yeah.
Very white is sexy. So
I can say Craig, but the Brits pronounce it correctly. Craig. Is it Craig? Craig.
What is it? Jeremy. It's like Jeremy or Jeremy. Like it's such a thing, and it's like, quit being so like you know what I mean. I
almost feel like it's hard to say Craig and not say it away from Friday. I'm just saying.
Oh God.
Two names that throw me off is like Craig. When I see Craig, I want to say like Craig from Friday, and Rick, I want to say like Rick from The Walking Dead. Rick. Carl. Rick.
That was a good movie, Friday. I forgot all about that movie.
Or the buffet with the bone swimming and sauce, disgusting. I don't even know where we're going with that conversation now. Thank you very much for those smiles. Yeah,
it does.
Well, it's funny. When I used to work downtown Cincinnati, they started locking the bathroom doors so people couldn't use them unless they were actually a patron. So it's like because they were trying to stop the homeless people from coming in.
Fucking hate people like that.
They like trying to go to bed I'm like, oh yeah, we'll buzz you in. Like, really? Like, what are we, the gas station now? Give me the key with the brick attached to it.
Yeah.
I'd love to get an air fryer, but we don't have a counter shelf in the apartment. Yeah, air fryers freaking awesome to have. I would like to have a toaster oven as well. We don't have a toaster oven because now we're limited for shelf space where we're at. I didn't realize how much shit I gave away when we moved. Like I donated a lot of stuff to Goodwill and stuff like that and everything, but it was like there's a lot of shit that we actually have before we don't have, which I kind of like the minimalist type situation.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
But then it's like sometimes I'm like, oh, if I had that, I could do this.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
But then you forget about it, and then you're fine.
Yeah, I find other ways to do it, but yeah.
Forget about it, you're fine.
But I thought at the air fryer, we kept the air fryer. I just said like fried the steaks in it the other day. It was really good.
Steaks, really?
Yeah, you can do steaks and onion rings and fries and wings and all different stuff. You could put a fish. You could do fish in there if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of like steaks in the air fryer.
We mostly use our air fryer for like frozen foods.
Oh, the steak was so juicy too with the air fryer. Ugh. Yeah, it was juicy.
So small.
What, the steaks?
No,
or the air fryer. No, they have different sizes. They have some that
we got a really big one. I spent all this money on it, and it was like a toaster oven. It had like 4 shelves on it, but it just didn't quite do what our other one did. That was smaller and more like.
It was more
like the basket.
It was kind of more like a toaster oven, really.
Well, they got the Ninja one now. A lot of people get where it's like 2 layers on it, and people cook different. Like you put a whole meal in there for different stuff. While it's all cooking together, type thing.
Yeah, the one we got now is like an 8-quart.
Yeah. I got one for my mom for Christmas because she likes it.
Hey, at least we have food. We're bitching about we're happy about it, but we're also like, could do this instead of that. Like, first world problems.
We do have food. You are correct.
Yes.
There are too many damn flies in a pastry glass buzzing around. Those not racist. What is the one you're going to, Dee Dee, down in Carolina that you get all the flies in there?
You're right. Mark that one off the list.
Pecker sponge are called Hell No, baby. Just for the collective artist, jam up pineapple and tangerine dry hop sour. Gilbert's in for the long haul tonight. I like the idea of that though. Untitled Art, they do some good stuff. I mean, Collective Arts, they do some good stuff that I had a couple of their beers in the past. I think Joe sent me one of them even. Also sells male ball shavers, leaving them soft as babies, about $36.
I mean, I kind of feel like you could probably get that effect from other ones, but
what's that? They get the whole manscaping thing now, I guess too.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell you a story about that. Not with him, with me. Like
Todd's looking like
chemicals. I put chemicals down there to get rid of my hair, and I could not fucking walk because it's like, leave on for 10 to 15 minutes. And I'm like, oh, it says 15, I'll do 20. And then it was just like, Jesus Christ, I can't even walk. It's like,
you're like, Nellie's hot in here. It's getting hot in here.
But remember, because I was like, it's all nice and pretty now, but I can't do nothing with it because it's about to start bleeding because I can't read instructions.
Like, no.
You are the overachiever.
No fucking shit. Right
I'm not
there.
I'm the overdoer.
No dick in the States.
You're both.
Well, that's a good thing.
I'm like,
if you nick down there, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I think
cooking for 20 minutes. How about 28 minutes?
Yeah, I'm like.
And you're like, why does this taste like beef jerky?
More is always better.
That the idea of you actually nicking while you're doing that makes me think of Ben Stiller. There's something about Mary. We got a bleeder.
Oh,
how'd you get the beans above the Frank?
Todd's face was priceless when Shannon was already telling that story.
He thought I was talking about him doing something with his hair.
No, you were talking about yourself, and Todd was looking like
I was talking about him.
Yeah.
So. But I will tell you this one story. When I was pregnant, I was in the bath and I was shaving my legs. Which why the fuck was I doing that? I was pregnant. But anyway, I picked the razor up and my tits were right there. I fucking nicked my nipple with the fucking razor blade. I'm like, I'm just trying to shave my legs. And I remember I sliced my nipple. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Do you remember that?
No.
Of course you don't.
I do not.
Oh, it was awful. That was like 18 years ago. I remember.
Oh, man.
It happened to you, so I mean, you should remember that.
Sliced my nipple with a fucking And I'm like, why was I even shaving my legs? I was pregnant. Like, you know?
Why you don't shave your legs if you're pregnant?
Well, I'm just kind of like, I'm fucking pregnant. Quit worrying about your hairy legs. I'm like, I'm fucking growing a human being inside of me. Don't worry about your legs being smooth. You know? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I got no commentary on that because I don't know what I'm supposed to do, right?
I have no idea either.
Again, it's like Ricky Bobby in the hands. I don't know what I'm supposed to do right now. So. Oh yeah, but it's always great having Shannon on. So
No, love you.
You're always loved, always welcome. But we are at the 11:35 mark, so we probably should wind it down because you gotta get up and go to work tomorrow. Although I get to work a little bit later, hopefully get off a little bit earlier. We'll see what happens. But Todd's got the early shift tomorrow too.
I need you.
I'm hoping
off
early tomorrow too, though.
But I need you to send me that hangover thing you were talking about earlier.
What hangover thing?
You
I don't
said
have it
you-
anymore.
But you know the name of it. No, I just need you to send me the name of it.
Oh, like the
Think before you drink so you don't get a hangover.
Let me see if I can pull it.
I'm not going to remember. Send it to Todd.
It was one of the videos I did on here.
Yeah, I remember. I forget the name, but I remember you doing it. I remember you actually getting
I
the
saw a
samples
TikTok
of it.
of a supplement you can take too before you start drinking.
What hangover is it? Because I actually had two companies send me stuff before. One was Drink Aid. I know that. That was the first one I did.
Probably just do electrolytes. Peter Sure.
Where is it?
It's not a problem you have to solve tonight, Rod.
Oh, I will solve it. Like vanilla ice. The DJ revolves it.
Boom, yo, I saw
Ding,
it.
ding,
Check
ding,
out
ding, ding,
DJ.
ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Are we gonna
Morning Care. Funny Morning Care.
That sounds like a naughty product.
It does, right? There was Drink Aid, which is drink and then aid, ADE. The other one was Morning Care. And let's see. Actually, probably.
Did you like one better than the other?
The Morning Care, I gave that one a treatment. So let me see here. I might try to do this. I've never pulled up a video on the channel before. Let me see. Skip ads.
Hey, what's going on, guys? If you're an investor,
I don't care about you, dog.
or have over $25,000, I want you to listen to this.
These are the people showing up on my thing. What you got to offer? Get some crypto. Crypto market's in the toilet right now. I never know who my advertisers are, but I love the support. Love the support. Appreciate you, as Alex would say. Let me see. Try to get out here. Just start barking away. All right, let's see. Share audio. And got it. Let's see. Let me see. Can y'all hear it?
Yeah, we hear it.
Y'all hear video?
No,
Be
You do
quiet,
hear
Rod.
it? And thanks for swinging by to check out another video. Today, something a little bit different. I'm actually going to check out a hangover recovery drink that was sent to me by the people at Morning Care. So here it is right here. They have reached out to me about doing a review on this. I did an unboxing on it previously, so now I'm going to actually take a look at it here tonight. Going to actually try one of these and do some drinking behind it to see how it actually comes out. 10 bottles in this box here. On the side, it gives the directions, basically you shake it, you drink it, you go ahead and do what you're going to do, and then you wake up easy. So it's supposed to help in the recovery after a night of drinking there. It says, do not drink if seal is broken on the other side, manufactured. The facility was processed as wheat. milk, peanut, pecan fish, and shellfish. So if you have a peanut allergy, that might be something of a concern. Best Buy 3321 as well. So even on a drink recovery box, we get a date. Again, people out there that make beers, dates on all your stuff. Makes it a lot nicer. On the back, they have supplemental stuff. Although I wish they would have used the white writing like they did on the side of the box. A little bit harder to read. So something I would say as a criticism that can be taken as constructive is keep the print like it was on the side with the white. Makes it a lot easier to read for sure.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get into here. Now it is called Morning Care Curcumin. It is a mix of curcumin, milk thistle, and then soybean extract. 3.4 ounce bottle, 100 milliliters. Going to go ahead and get this open. So here it is in the bottle.
Oh, that's nice. Thought you might have to mix it.
I'm just gonna drink it before
Well, that's fine.
you're going out drinking.
I'm gonna look it up.
Oh, you're muted now.
Are you getting an echo?
No, I can't hear you at all on the video now.
We hear you now.
Do you hear me now? Do you hear the video playing?
No, I hear you, but I don't
We
hear
hear you, but not the video.
I was trying to do it because JT mentioned there was an echo there. That's why I was trying to figure
Well,
out.
there was, but now I can't hear the video at all.
Let me try it like this. And
Jesus Christ, that shit's expensive. Yeah, I'll do it from the hangover.
let me do and come back at the end of the next day, rather
now.
of a summary of how I felt. That being said, let's crack this baby open
Hear
here
the video?
and see what it smells like inside. Nose wise,
That's weird.
it smells kind of like one of your health drinks.
Oh,
You
maybe.
can kind of see there. Orange will be the color, as you can see.
Oh, no, can't hear the video.
Vegetal type feel to it.
There you go.
It's so funny. He's reviewing it like a beer.
You guys hear the video still, right?
No, we're not now.
Why is it not doing this? So you only hear it when I do this then. Of the 3.4 ounce bottle, 100 milliliter. Taste wise, I don't know. It actually just tastes like a regular health type drink that you would actually pick up. Flavors on the tongue, not any type of negative flavor associated with it. A little bit of a pineapple type feel, a little bit of an orange type feel. Nothing really too bad at all with this one. So we got that consumed, and now we're going to actually drink. And to show you what I'll start off with on this video, which I'm going to actually do a review on the next one. I'm going to start off liter. That's right. This is a liter of the Polliner Oktoberfest beer. So this will be the one that I'm actually going to do a review on. I'm also going to be looking to do something a liter time. A little Fireball.
10 pack.
Got that there too. So I may drop a couple of those in there to see how it mixes. See how it all pans out. Stay tuned to see how it all happens at the end when I let you know everything that I did consume. But again, right now I'm going to start off with this 1 liter Oktoberfest beer. So I am actually into the first beer, as you can see right here. 2/3 of the way down on the 1 liter of the Polliner Oktoberfest.
Big mug.
Yeah, it was a big mug.
And it has begun as far as the research. So keep checking in, or if you want, keep watching the video, rather, I'll keep checking in, and we'll see how this all goes through and what my end result is down the line. All right, everyone. So to give you an update right now where I'm actually at, the liter of Polliner Oktoberfest has actually been consumed. So that one is actually gone. I've also done a couple of the Fireball shots, and I'm going to do another one here in a second as well. So those are actually gone.
Research only. Research.
And I'm going to be having an Imperial Peanut Butter Milk Stout
Because I didn't have enough.
that is here, that comes in at 10% ABV, as well as another Peanut Butter Milk Stout.
I needed more
This one
peanut
comes
butter.
in at 5.8% ABV. So these would be the next two things I'll actually drink. And while I'm here, let's go ahead and do another fireball. So here is the fireball. I'm actually going to use my Red Stag shot glass.
Gotta be prepared.
So far right now, things are going fine. This will be number 3 for the shots, so we'll take that.
What's the name of that one? That shot? What's it called?
And we'll see how that all goes together with the hangover remedy. Keep watching. You see where we're at. All right, so what's up, everybody? Rod J back again. So I'm actually back now, and I had 6 of the fireball shots. I've also had the peanut butter milk stout that you see here, which actually comes in an ABV of 5.8%, along with the pollinator of Oktoberfest beer, and that's where I'm at right now. So I'm about to pour an Imperial peanut butter milk stout. This one comes in at 10% ABV, and I'm going to enjoy this for a bit. May have another 1 or 2 shots of the fireball, and then see where we're at in the morning when I do wake up. So we'll see where we go from here. All right, guys. So I'm actually out for the evening. I've had let's see here, 10 of the fireball. I've had the liter of the pollinator Oktoberfest beer, 1 of the peanut butter stouts, and I've also had 1 of the Imperial peanut butter stouts from Tailgate Brewery. This one comes in at 10% ABV. And we'll see how I feel in the morning from the different beers that I've actually had. But definitely feel a little bit of a buzz, and I'm going to see how I actually feel in the morning from taking the hangover remedy. Thanks for checking out this video thus far, and hang tight. Let's see how I feel. Talk to you soon. All right, everybody, Rod J back here again. So this is the morning after. So I've been watching the video along the way.
You can see the clock. It's really drink. It's really the afternoon after. This is 1 o'clock on the clock right there.
I don't have like a headache or anything like that. I do feel still a little bit sluggish, but no headache, not anything to really feel down. Last night, I actually went through various drinks, 10 fireball shots, a liter of the pollinator, a strong ABV with the Imperial peanut butter stout, and then the regular peanut butter stout, all within about, I would say, a 4-hour time frame. So overall, as well as waking up, you have a little bit of a dry mouth type effect. Like I said, no throbbing headache. Just gonna get up and pretty much grab everybody to eat now. But overall, I mean, the morning care, which I had their bottle here as well. I mean, how do you end up rating that out? But I would say that after drinking all that kind of stuff there, I don't feel nauseous. I don't feel sick. You always hear about mixing liquor and beer and stuff like that. But I feel pretty much in pretty good shape. Just kind of tired, and once I eat something, I'm sure I'll be pretty much okay. So as far as morning care, as far as a hangover type prevention drink, definitely don't have a hangover. So if you look at it that way, it did this job. But that's my look here at the morning care. If there's something you want to check out about it yourself, you can actually look in the description. I'll have a link there. If it is something you want to look at, maybe getting yourself, there'll be the link that you can go to. And I believe I have a discount because of being like kind of an affiliate with them there as well. Thanks for checking out this video, and I look forward to catching up with you guys soon. Cheers, everybody.
Might be my favorite video
That
ever.
was great. That was great.
Did you actually
Yeah,
go
so
see
you know,
that?
yeah.
Didn't you like come up missing like 1 fireball? You can remember what happened to that one.
It was on the
fireball?
floor. Like I was on the floor. And I couldn't find one of the bottles. It was like
I remember he's
I know
like,
I had it around.
there's 10. I had 10 of them, but I'm missing 1 somewhere. I don't know what. I only had 9. I don't know. There's supposed to be 10. It was like, I remember that night. It was like, God, what's going on?
yeah, little buzz. But
That
you know,
was
that's
him. That was him.
that's the lengths I go to for my channel to bring
Yeah,
you
you were
authenticity.
very, like, I was like, you you were reviewing the bottle like a beer. You were like smelling it and giving us the like aromas, and then you taste it and was giving us all the notes from it, and like.
I mean, a liter of the Polliner, and then 10 Fireball shots, and then the 10% Imperial, and the other one's like 6 or 7. So yeah, you know.
Well, I was getting ready to order some, but it's like fucking $35 for like.
Is that what it is for a pack? What's the drink aid cost? That's the other one I did.
Well, hang on. This one is
That's not the same one.
It's only 6. You only get 6 of those little things for $36.
Oh shit!
But I'm also like, how often should we be getting drunk?
Yeah, but that's a lot of money. 6 of those though.
And then what's the other one called? Drink Aid.
It's Drink Aid, but it's ADE.
A 6-pack for $30.
Jeez.
She's a major echo. But yeah, I was trying to get all straight there. It was kind of weird how it was coming through my system. He said major echo, but no buddy, man. Let's see, Rory Both. Let me see. Aim for the skin tags. About the shaving.
Oh God.
Like Gilbert. Well, we didn't sign off yet because we did that, so we'll probably sign off here in a second. Damn things don't stop bleeding. Yeah, we get the skin tag. Yeah, but cool. So it did work out better than drink a whole bottle of cat strength. Gosh, to give it a test. Well, that'll be a good test to give it to.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nice hot bowl of soup is the best hangover cure. That can actually go. You know what? I'm telling you, a greasy sandwich and a McDonald's Coke.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
that's what he always says. Like, I need something greasy.
Yeah, I'm like, Todd, I'll wake up at like noon. I'm like, Todd,
I go back.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I don't usually play the other video. Like, I don't know how there was something in the audio and how it was set up here because I had to play it through the system here for you guys to hear, and then when I tried to put it just through my headphones, it was muting it. So I don't know how to mess around with that. Yeah. Must be Apple streaming, probably.
Probably.
878 Paps and Day Drink. Well, there you go. That'll help you get there. Yeah. So, yeah, but that was you know, I had both of those companies that sent me stuff in the past, but that one, I think it worked pretty well for how I felt the next day.
Like $35.
Yeah, I was thinking you said it worked pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I don't, you know, like you just said, we don't want to drink that much. Like I don't get hammered really, but I figured I'd put it to a little bit more of a test.
Yeah, she has no holds barred.
I'm like, when am I going to build up a tolerance?
You should have a tolerance, right? But you're still, well, you don't drink maybe enough. You just drink it here and there.
No, that's it. You don't drink enough, but the one time, maybe twice a week that you do, you go bowls.
But I'm always drunk by the third one.
No, I know that because once or twice a week isn't enough to build a tolerance, really. I mean,
I don't drink as much now.
Also depends on if you eat that day, which you don't do most of the time. Yeah. So
you want to hear something really sweet? So yesterday, my friend wanted to come over and get a tan, and so she's like, "I'll be there at 3." And so I was like at 1 o'clock. I had my coffee and I didn't eat anything all day long. Todd came home and we were going to bed, and he was like, what'd you eat today? I'm like, I haven't eaten anything today. And he made me a hot dog, and it was the best tasting hot dog ever. At midnight, I ate a hot dog.
Well, that was nice.
It was so sweet. It wasn't?
No, but.
What time was it?
Like 10:30, maybe?
Whatever.
You take care of you.
I know, it was so sweet.
Oh. Yeah, we actually had hot dogs tonight for dinner. Something easy.
When I made chili dogs, but I just made her just a regular hot dog.
Yeah, I mean, it was very sweet and it was a delicious hot dog.
So like you had the perfect mustard ratio.
You did have that perfect mustard ratio on it.
Was she drinking when she was laying out?
Oh God, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was drinking all day long. Yeah.
I mean, when you're talking mustard ratio, I'm thinking you may have had a few. I'm just saying.
Yeah, there was more than a few involved there.
Yeah. I started drinking at like 1, 2, and then I just kept drinking. And then Todd came home, and then
you just went liquid diet that day.
And then I fell off the hammock, and I got a bruise here, and I got a bruise here, and my whole shoulder and back hurts, and but.
Yeah, our daughter bought a hammock just to go out and lay out in at nighttime or whatever, and so she tried to sit in it, and it flipped up. It flipped, and she fell right on the ground. I was like, She's like, "I'm laying there." I was like, "No, I'm not laying in that with you now."
And then I remember it hurt, but Todd was like, "What? Are you all right?" I'm like, "I'm fine." And I jumped up.
Nowadays, she's like, "God, my shoulder, my butt."
And I
all
thought it
hurts."
was
I'm
because
like,
of the wild sex we had. I was like, Jesus Christ, you gotta ease up a little bit, dude.
I said, "It probably is from when you fell off the hammock yesterday." She's like, "I fell off the hammock." I was
Oh.
like, "Yes, you fell off the hammock."
And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that too.
"Oh, that makes sense now."
Yeah. And then I'm like, I feel like I'm like been in a car wreck today.
Oh, you guys crack me
Yeah.
up.
But to top it off, at 2:00 in the morning, she gets up and goes outside and sleeps outside.
I had this little tent and an air mattress, and me and my dog slept outside last night. It was so sweet.
Aw.
He'd be the dog if I got homeless. He would follow me. He would sleep with me on the sidewalk.
So I got
So
up
what-
this morning to
Mm-hmm.
just to check on him before I went to work, and the dog didn't even move. He just looked at me like, "I ain't moving."
He's like, I'm tired of taking care of this bitch. It's your turn.
But I guess
Like-
the sun was hitting right on you though, so I don't know if that woke you up or I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know.
what woke you up.
Blanking
Dog-
up on it.
Dog was like, my shift's over.
Yeah, he's like, I was like, "Sorry, dude, I'm going to work. It's still your shift, whether you like it or not."
Dog's like, where the hell you been at all night?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. He's like, "Now you show up."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on my way out the door. Sorry, but you're like,
I still better have an extra treat tomorrow.
Oh, sweet. He's Blake's staring at me right now. He's like, bitch, we're not sleeping in the backyard tonight. Let's
He
go
is
to
like-
bed.
it's hot out there. I ain't
Yeah.
sleeping outside tonight."
Well, we had so much fun, buddy.
That's funny.
Oh shit.
I guess we'll go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. So
Oh, shit.
always-
I thought we already wrapped up.
No, we didn't wrap up yet because we were watching the video. We were going to wrap up, and then I
I've said
the
worse.
video.
I've said worse.
So when's Craig doing his live stream?
I don't know what time. Usually when he does it, because he's 5 hours ahead of us, it's usually our time
It's like
around
mid-afternoon.
5 or like around
Yeah.
4 or 5 or something like that. But he'll go for a few hours. So
I've
if I
listened
jump,
to him a
if I
couple
jump on
times
tomorrow, it'll probably be like around 7 or 8 or something. Depending how he's doing it and everything. So
Oh,
it's always
that's
fun on there.
pictures of him and his daughter.
Yeah.
God, I can't imagine.
Yeah, I think she's adjusted well to a lot of the stuff. I mean, as good as she can adjust. So,
Right.
but no easy task for a kid to go through for sure. And Craig,
Not
just
at
like I
all.
talk about Paul, they're great with their kids, from what I know.
All right. It's time to go to bed now.
I got to sign off first. I'm messing with my new Apple phone. I'm trying to figure that all out. But JT said, later, guys. Cheers, homie. Have the best holiday you can, considering the sorry. Yeah, considering where we're at, it'll be kind of an interesting thing about who feels independent or not. So we'll see. But we'll see. That being said, let's go ahead and sign off. And thanks for everybody that came out. And everybody have a great weekend.
Yes, have a good 4th.
I would say don't eat too much, but who am I to
Whatever.
tell you what to do? So
That's right.
Whatever you want.
get fat if you like, but
You
try not to
do
kill yourself with the fireworks too.
Yes.
Careful around the fireworks because
Yeah, you should.
every year somebody's losing fingers. We don't want it to be you.
Yeah.
So that being said, we will sign off and catch up with you guys. We'll be back next week for some other shenanigans, and hopefully you guys will join us. Cheers, everybody.